All right, there we go. Now we're here.
Yay.
Now we're here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. Another edition of Row 1C1 right here live on the one, the only, the New Bedford Guide. I am your host, Joey Fats. With me, as always, Mr. Sean Betancourt and The Darkness.
Hi.
Hey, guys. Hey, guys. How's it going?
Oh, hey, what's going on?
There's the feed.
There it is. Do you want to pull it up and see, make sure we have audio, Keith?
Nope, we do not.
I'm still doing my tags. I could do it right here, though.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
There is zero audio.
Why can't Sean do it on his phone?
Because it doesn't work.
I'll just do it then. It's fine.
That says was live.
There we go. Yay.
Yay.
Yes, we have audio. Okay, good. Thank you.
Yay.
For whatever reason, the fucking technology fairies that run this place have just decided to cuck me the last 3 weeks.
You mean
Basically, what we're trying to say is we have squirrels.
We have squirrels. There's something going on up here, and I can't figure it out.
Squirrel.
I don't know if by I've angered the ghost that lives in this attic by putting shit up and all this walls up and whatnot. Whatever. I don't fucking know. Maybe it's impeding on its ability to fucking move fluently throughout the house.
I can't metastasize through walls. I don't know why
Wow. Okay. All right.
Someone brought the thesaurus.
We're going there.
I love it. 774-992-8702. That's the phone number if you want to give us a call. Phones are live, ready to go. If you want the audio only, if you want to listen to the show but not have to keep your phone occupied with Facebook and keep it open, go right over to www.mixlr.com, mixlr.com/Joey-Fats. I will actually go ahead and I'll pin that right now so you guys can check that out. That's the audio, the live audio stream, audio only, so you can do other stuff on your phone while you're still listening to the show.
Do it.
Which we've got a lot of fun stuff planned for you tonight. We got Deshaun Watson.
Whoa. Again,
because this just keeps getting better and better and better. It's almost like it's a gift that keeps on giving at this point. The NFL made some pretty big announcements today and yesterday. We will get into a little bit of NBA, a little bit of MLB.
we had some dirt racing.
We did have some dirt racing. Of course, it is. We are just mere hours away from the release of Godzilla vs. Kong.
So Joey's probably going to be like,
which
right after this.
Yeah, we'll get in a little bit of that. I don't know how I'm going to feel. I don't know how I feel about it yet. I don't know if I'm going to like it. I'll let you know. I might even just record myself watching it and just do like a live react to it.
Oh.
And just comment as it goes on.
Bless
but
God,
we'll see. We'll see. But Sean, welcome back. Good to see you again.
Hey,
Happy
thank
birthday.
You.
whatever.
Some stuff happened. There was some pictures surfaced earlier today of certain Patriots employees and certain San Francisco 49ers employees.
What are you talking about?
Mixing it up a little bit.
They're just hanging out, just talking. Definitely
hanging out.
Definitely talking about just like shit that's going on in the offseason. Definitely not talking about a former quarterback that played here and was sent there in a trade.
Definitely.
No, there's no way. I mean, come on. The 49ers made a statement, Keith. No, I know Keith wasn't here a couple of weeks. I wasn't here last week. I don't know.
I mean, they came out and said that he's their guy, and that's what they're going to roll with. But
they said, listen, we kissed him on the lips.
On the mouth.
We promised him he ain't going nowhere. We went, he's staying with us. That was from John Lynch directly.
That's what he said.
I mean, if that's the case, then sure. But they also just traded away to move down to trade to move up. So what does that tell you?
But John Lynch is also an idiot that comes out and said, well, we talked to ownership, and ownership gave us the permission to basically go ahead and draft a quarterback and keep Jimmy Garoppolo because he gives us the best chance to win.
Oh, so having two guys that aren't playing for you.
That seems to work really well.
Every time.
Yeah, I mean.
The only times that has worked is in Green Bay.
Or Kansas City.
No, not Kansas City, not even. Was Alex Smith the guy? No.
I mean, no, but
Brett Favre was the guy.
Alex Smith was a guy, and
but
then
Alex Smith wasn't bad there.
But people love to talk about Alex Smith like he was the guy, and they're like, he almost gets like right now that he got cut by the Washington Redskins because he won the Comeback Player of the Year, which again, I'm fairly certain there was somebody out there that was probably just as, if not more, deserving of that award. But whatever.
I mean,
oh my God, dude! Like, okay, great. Like, you made it back to a football field. Great story. But you played 7 games, 8 games.
But that was also by product though, because
and he didn't play
Haskins
well.
was the guy. I mean,
he didn't even play good.
Haskins wasn't the
At least
guy
like when Peyton Manning won it in 2012, coming back from his neck surgery, he threw 37 touchdowns and
this is true.
Went 13-3.
I mean, Washington did win the East. Yeah.
I mean,
But they didn't, though.
You're not wrong. I don't think that Washington so much as won the East as everybody else just lost it.
Again, you're not wrong, but they still won the East.
Yeah, they did. They did. They are going to go down as the 2020 NFC East Division champions, as much as that pains our balls to say. So that being that, gentlemen, what do you guys want to? What do you want to kick it off with here a little bit?
I mean, there's several different areas we can go to start it off. I feel like we always go football first, so let's.
You know what?
Let's spin the revolver and do something different.
All right, well, I got one for you. So we'll kick it off. We'll keep it local for you for a second. So today, I'm out and about today, and I'm driving down Slocum Road, and I'm going by Dartmouth High, towards Dartmouth High.
Ours or ours?
The old one.
Ours.
All right, yeah, the old Dartmouth High, the new Dartmouth Middle School.
Mine, because I closed it.
And yeah, right, yeah. You were grand closing. I was grand opening.
Truth.
So
that one's yours. Mine, yours. So
well,
you
I
have one,
actually,
have
but
one.
I spent more time at the old one than I did the new one.
Technicalities.
Technicalities, yes. So I'm riding by, right? I'm driving down the Slocum Road, and I'm like, deedly deedly.
Your class doesn't even get mentioned because it didn't graduate there.
What, from the old one? Yeah, we graduated. We're the first class to graduate from the new one, motherfucker.
So that wouldn't be yours.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll stay claim to both of them. I
The
pissed
both of
on
them.
both.
The boat of
Those are
them.
both are both my fire hydrants, fool. So I'm driving down Slocum Road, right, and I see the track team is out and they're running and they're doing their thing, and I'm like, oh, cool, like, look at that, sports are back in high schools, like that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And then I'm driving by, and I think it was like, I don't know, there was maybe like a dozen kids that were like on Slocum Road running. I think all but two of them had masks on. I'm like,
They're gonna pass out.
are you really outside
No, listen.
running with a mask on right now?
My daughter's lacrosse. They got to do it.
Yeah, but there was
karate.
some kids. There was a couple kids that didn't have any on at all.
Well, there's no
Other
coach-
kids
there's-
had them.
Listen,
Listen,
took it
there's
off.
no
Other
coaches.
other kids had them down on the chin diapers. But I have to really question the people. And these kids are, obviously they might have rules they have to abide by.
Well, that's
like-
what I'm
course they
saying.
do.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean,
they have
granted,
to.
I don't give a shit, dude. I was in high school. Rules are the first thing I looked for, and I was like, okay, what are the rules? Okay, how am I going to break them? Okay, how much trouble am I going to get into? Okay, and then I would start weighing my options, like basically from day one of freshman year. So, if somebody were to tell me, like, hey, you're going to go run 6 miles today, and you got to wear this mask, I'd be like, hey, buddy, there you go.
You say yes, sir, and then you run, and then as soon as you're out of distance, you just take the
Oh
mask right
man,
off.
we had the track. And below the track, there was a little thing you could just lay down and be like, okay, we're just gonna wait for the guys to run by.
Oh yeah, the little
All right, there's the leaders. Count to like 20. All right, get up.
yeah.
Yeah, we did all the laps. Whoo, we're
Yeah.
tired.
So, but I'm watching these people run, right? And I'm like, why are they wearing masks while they're running? Like, first of all, they're of that age where basically nobody gets it, nobody gets sick, nobody gets hurt from it. Like, it is what it is. Like, we anybody who's paid like 4 cents worth of attention to this whole thing for the last year knows that by now, anybody like I think in Massachusetts, I don't think there's anybody under the age of 20 that's died from COVID. I think there's 0 people.
I can't answer 100%.
I'm
one way or
fairly
the other
certain.
just
I'm
because
fairly certain that's truth. If there was
Okay.
it was one person, and I think they weighed like 480 pounds. But anyway, neither here nor there. So why are these kids running with masks on? And I'm looking at them. I'm like just shaking my head. I'm like, God damn, dude! Like, you probably got some
it's-
fucking pissed off teacher that's like still super fucking mad that they're only making like $38,000 a year, whatever it is they make. And they're just like angry at the world, and they're like, "I'm so mad because this is Trump's fault." But for some reason, whatever, it's always Trump's fault. And
well, yeah.
yeah, obviously, and they're probably just like, "All these kids are gonna fucking wear masks because, God damn it, I know someone on the internet who knows someone who says someone that they know someone that died from COVID." And it's like, okay, well, there you go. We're gonna wear the mask then. And then, right, so I'm like, I can excuse the high school kids because, again, maybe there's, like, rules and who knows. Maybe you got one of those crazy teachers that's, like, driving around like, you better be wearing a mask as they're running because they're way too fat to get out and run with them and out of shape. But they can coach track, which is always amazing to me. But anyway, then I'm driving home, right, and I'm coming down by Buttonwood Park. And here comes this dude, like, booking it around the park. Like, he's dipping. Like, this dude's hauling ass running. Like, I couldn't run that fast if I wanted to. You know, headphones on,
Save that for later.
bright orange shirt, all this shit. Mask. Full mask. Like, full.
Well, but
Like, over the face.
listen,
Dude,
but-
I'm like, you're out running in the park. Okay, so you don't have anyone
hold on.
to
But
answer.
Marshawn Lynch did it years ago, and it was just training.
Well, they have that stupid elevation
the
mask.
gravity
It's supposed
mask.
to-
An elevation. No, this was not an elevation mask. This was a just black mask that N95 with a little vent right here. I was like, so let me get this straight. No one is telling you have to do this. In fact, you don't know you don't have to wear this. Yet you choose to wear this on your run anyway. I mean,
I don't know what you're doing.
it's one of those things. Like
I
if you
got nothing.
collapsed on your run and I come up on you and you collapse on the ground and you got a mask on while you're running, I'm just gonna be like, well, I guess Darwinism is real. Like, just keep it moving. Like whatever.
Pat has had a long day.
Oh, really, Pat?
He's like, Darkness and Keith aren't 6 feet apart. Me and Sean, I was like, Darkness is Keith. Sean, they are the same person. He goes,
They-
a long day.
they
He's
can't-
struggling.
Darkness and Keith can't possibly be 6 feet apart. If it is, it'll be an out-of-body experience, the likes of which we've never seen. Which
Doctor
would
Strange.
probably be great for the show, to be honest.
It's
If you
probably
just, like,
great for me.
floated
Period. Like,
out and had an
bro,
out-of-body experience, be like,
bro.
what are you doing?
I don't want to have an out-of-body experience.
Listen,
that person
Pat-
would be a complete asshole.
Pat, tonight's the night you need to call in. Call in, Pat.
When does
This is
Pat
the
not
night.
call in?
I know, but
All the
if
time.
he's had a day, it's great.
But I mean, people can do whatever they want. I mean, if they want to run like that, I mean, I'm against it. Like, if I'm out exercising and running and doing shit, I'm not wearing a mask. I'm gonna pass out.
But at this point, though,
Yeah, you're gasping for air already. Never mind with a
point,
mask on in
that's
front of
true.
my
if you're
face.
running around, Buttonwood Park by yourself and you've got a mask on,
Sprinting.
I'm judging the fuck out of you. Like, there is no two ways about it. I am going to judge the shit out of you. I might even roll down my
What if
window
he's got
and
an
let you know what I
autoimmune
feel.
disease and he's just scared?
Then go home. Stay home. Why are you out?
But he doesn't have a track at home.
Buy a treadmill.
But he doesn't have money.
Tough shit.
I like it. See, there's always a.
But what happens? What happens if he had a treadmill and then his dog ate it?
Oh, dude, you know what
If
can
dog
happen.
ate a treadmill,
It was a pit bull.
well, I was going to say. Then I'm automatically going to question what type of dog he has.
How to just get Joey off track? Joey's like, I keep thumbtacks in my fist at all times when I leave the house, so I can just backhand a pit bull 40 times with a tap.
Hell no. I mean,
Dude, that would hurt like shit, man. Like a fingers.
Dude, what the?
If I
what
get a
is
text
wrong
back-
with you?
Listen, I usually carry like 2 or 3 guns on me at one time. If a pit bull comes at me, I'm going for the 50. Like, I'm bringing out the deagle. I'm not
A
going
50 cal?
I'm not going for the 9. I'm not going for the 45. I'm going for the 50.
Dude, this guy plays too much Modern Warfare or some shit like that.
I don't even think it's Modern Warfare anymore at this point.
Joey's like, oh, I'm gonna no scope this dog.
Spin no
tube.
scope.
And with
Gah!
new tube, bang!
Got these FMJ, son.
Those new tubes were bullshit. You
I
new tube
fucking-
someone, maybe right here, kapow! I suffered no damage. You pieces everywhere.
Yeah.
New Tube was the fucking worst. Everybody hated
Or you
New
just
Tube.
all of a sudden you hear thunk. You're like, ah, damn it, here it
But
comes.
you know what though? It was extremely effective off the break.
Mm-hmm.
If you knew somebody was running for a certain spot, you just
you just thunk thunk. There's
launch,
my tube.
launch a couple over there, quick reload, thump, thump. You were good to go.
I say the best was when we were playing Nuketown. And Ben thought he was
Nuketown's
also like, he was like, watch this, and he threw one up, but he threw it too high.
And it landed
Went
back.
down the chimney and blew us all up as we walked through the house. I'm like, you dumb mother.
I mean, couldn't do that again if you tried.
No, probably not.
See, that's the thing. That's the only time though when playing regular core, not hardcore, comes in handy because you get the kill cam. So it
You just
follows
see
the
it.
grenade
Yeah,
up
right,
into
right.
the air, then it goes and rattles down the chimney. You're like, no way, that is not how that just happened.
And kablow.
You see someone like this posted up in the window, like peeking out.
and then it's like,
all right, I'm about to make my. Never mind. What the fuck?
never mind. I
And it
got
just
one
says-
kill out of
and
my
then-
spot.
And then it just says beefy tits killed you, and you're like, what the fuck,
All right,
Ben?
all right. I'm sorry. I kind of
all
subtract.
Sean's fault.
I sidetracked that with a backhanding a dog with a handful of thumbtacks and. All
Well,
right.
if you really
50
want,
cal came out.
I mean,
No.
if you want to backhand a dog with a handful
Oh,
of thumbtacks,
Jesus
no,
Christ.
I'm saying you.
you might get away. You could maybe you could do that to
this
like a
is the
Yorkie.
last show brought to you by PETA.
You could, yeah.
He ain't gonna worry
that.
about himself
We don't worry about cancel culture. You know why? Because we don't have anything to be canceled.
or get paid.
Yeah, exactly. Can't. How
Not
do you?
wrong, boys.
This is like one of those
Not
things.
wrong.
Like, how do you kill that which has no life?
All of a sudden, Joey goes to log in, and he's like, what do you mean row one seat, one's dead on Facebook? What the fuck?
Do you know how to get at Joey? I'll tell everyone a secret right now. How to get at Joey? You come to his house and you cut his power at 11:59, and you say you hear. "Brrrr!"
And you think Godzilla was in the house.
You see a blue light and the music starts. Oh, that's Saw. Oh well.
Whatever.
With the wrong music.
And then
even
the
get
best part is,
Godzilla
if you
theme
could
right.
somehow get a flashlight and put a monkey in front of it and just put it on the side of the window to be like, Kong has struck.
You dress in a gorilla suit like from like the 1940s, like Three Stooges. Just
Oh
a guy,
my God.
you smash his window.
Running with the scissors that cut the power.
You're going and you run away just saying some crazy shit. What would you like run away and say? Like,
Fuck Godzilla!
no, World Star! World Star!
How could we miss the World Star?
No, that's
So-
when you look and be like, Kong ain't bitch.
It's so
All of a
simple.
sudden you hear the 3 pops, and I'm done a live video. I'm like, oh, I'm shot.
Now you just get the paintball gun treatment at that point. I keep a load. I keep my.
At that point, Joey's like, you know what? Touche,
Touche,
Gorilla Man, touche.
Yeah, I might have to just give you your props.
Kind
Still-
of like
I'm
when
still
the
gonna
Trump,
send a
when the
hopper up
Trump
your ass, though.
fucking
There you go.
balloon got taken. Remember that?
All right, yeah, that was a big sidetrack.
Yeah,
But yeah,
that was a good way to start the show. I love starting the show off with a squirrel hole.
Godzilla.
Squirrel hole, rabbit hole, rabbit
Yes,
hole,
both.
squirrel hole.
They both combine to make
We'll just call it a squirrel hole.
Scorbits.
Because it's squirrel, rabbit hole, combination
Squirrel.
of both. And yeah, and Cole, I caught that. Okay, all right. No, I didn't lose that race. But anyway,
Oh, did I miss it?
Yeah.
Ah.
Cole said baby
We
legs.
know you're not as fast as baby legs.
Cole said in the chat like 2 weeks ago, he said baby legs got a surgery. Now he's just regular.
I am at
Now he's regular legs.
At the very worst, I am as fast as baby legs. At worst, because I beat him by a step.
So
Here
am
we
I
go
like,
to beat him
am I-
again.
am
He's
I
like, I beat him to the grass. It was the first base. I beat him to the grass.
When,
I was
when
under-
is
Like
my
this.
race?
Hold on. I stopped at first base. I still beat you to the grass. Dog, I stopped.
Now that I'm fully recovered and I can actually
I was
sprint,
under the
when-
impression that
when,
the
when is
grass-
my race? Can I race both of them?
Well, if you beat Joey, then you can race baby legs.
Why? Wouldn't it be the other way around?
No, baby legs beat you.
No,
so
he didn't.
He would have to go through
All right.
Joe Glass over here.
I beat him to the grass. I don't
Remember
know
when
what-
Little
I don't-
Mac had to
this
beat
is
Joey
not-
Glass?
Yes.
This is
Here's your Joey Glass, bro.
no, it's Glass Joe. First of all,
I know.
He's a pun.
I used to love that.
Anybody who calls in, you'll notice that it is the Mike Tyson theme song. That is our ringtone for the
Hey,
show.
I actually saw you could buy a Mike Tyson signed glove and signed like 11 by 16 photo of him in the game for like $200
That's kind of cool.
from Mike Tyson himself.
No shit.
That's kind of rad.
I was thinking about doing it because it comes framed and everything.
Dude,
I was like,
honestly,
oh,
that's
shit.
that's not kind
I
of
was
a bad
gonna.
deal.
I was looking at framing jerseys
Ah, yes.
because
I know, Cole. I know it wasn't. Joey's just in the denial phase.
it was absolutely close. At
no
worst, it was
at
a-
worst nothing. He smoked you to first base, and you touched the grass first.
Is Cole playing softball whatever this year?
Of course he is.
At worst, it was a
Have
tie
Cole-
to
have Cole
first
set it
base,
up.
and I beat him
Baby
to
legs
the
ain't
grass.
anywhere. Baby legs don't play no more.
Baby legs don't exist
What
anymore.
happened? I thought he had surgery. I'm not laughing. I'm serious.
I'm just saying, it's that league's kaputs.
It's kaputs.
Okay.
Yeah, it's no more. You actually got to be good, which is why I don't plan on playing a whole lot this year because we're going to be on a good
Yeah,
team.
Cole, me and you got to talk actually,
So,
sir. I got some issues, man.
I got. I'm just going to be more moral support. I think.
I need a fucking backiotomy.
Oh
there we go.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're going to be
Yeah,
out for
the
a
first month I'm probably
you're
nothing.
sidelined for a few weeks. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
I'm on a tear right now. I might be the All-Star.
Oh, here we go. Sean made a pick the other day, diving out of bounds.
That was it.
2 weeks later, it's like, damn, I don't know what the hell's up my shoulder, but shit's still hurting.
Yeah, my 2-year-old.
called you old.
Joey from upstairs, 35.
Kill yourself.
Sean. So for those that don't know, Sean made this like he texted us. He was so proud of himself. He made this diving interception.
Oh, I'm
going
very
out of bounds.
honest. I am.
Toe tap along the sidelines kind of thing, made this great grab and then went down to the ground, but, secured the ball. So he sacrificed the body a little bit in his not even flag, just regular
No, it's flag.
It's
now.
flag.
Okay.
We're old as shit now.
pickup flag football game. And he's like sitting there today. He's like, yeah, dude. He's like, I don't know why. I was like, my
Slept
shoulder.
on the couch
He's
yesterday.
like, I must have slept on the couch wrong.
well.
And we're like, no.
Oh, I called him out right away. I was
Sorry,
like,
yeah.
bro, you sure that ain't from that heroic sideline catch you had? And he's
And-
like, nah.
And if it was, sign me the fuck up.
Well, Sean was like, nah, it can't be from that. And you just, me from upstairs, you're 35.
Of course it's that.
It's absolutely that.
If this was ESPN, they'd be like, it was a miracle. this
Brother,
kid
I'm going to
got
go
out of
play
bed.
18
Can we
holes
say
of
the
golf
real- listen.
tomorrow, and I'm going to be sore.
Can we say the real reason why Sean was so proud to text us that? The preface of this conversation on
I
our group
died
chat
like 2 months
was,
ago.
hey, remember that catch that I tried to make and I almost died? That's exactly what he said. And me and Joey are like, uh-huh. He goes, Yeah, totally redeemed myself.
It was a good build-up story.
It was.
If I had time to put music and video to it,
Oh, bro. But the only thing that you'd be putting
We're
a special
gonna need
music
a
to it,
montage.
Joey and I are sitting there like, cue, curb your enthusiasm. As you're talking about, I tripped on my own foot. You just hear that in the background. You're like, aw.
well, that'd be the whole thing. Yeah.
I mean, probably.
Don't get it twisted. I got my new toy. I'm literally gonna edit Joey and I's 10 minutes of nothing last week and just dub it.
You should.
Oh yes.
I can do it. I can double the whole thing.
All right. You
I'll
know
do
what?
both your
That's a
voices.
better idea. Well, let's just.
I think we should.
Sean
We
dub
should
it.
let Sean do both of our voices
Yeah,
for
that's
both
awesome.
parts.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, it's gonna be bad.
Sean
You could be
imitate.
you could be Sean McFarlane.
Yeah, you could do both. You could do me and Keith for the first 10 minutes of last week's show, which was no audio.
Oh my God, we're so doing this.
Yeah, we should. We should
Louis-
definitely do
Louis
this. I
Armstrong
like
makes
this
an
idea
appearance.
already.
And
I do.
say to myself, turn on this fucking volume.
Tia Cole. It was at
Did
worst.
you just refer to him as Tio?
Yeah, I was reading it.
Terrell Owens.
I forget that there's people that are watching and listening that are seeing the comments, and so they might not see Cole, so I was going to refer to him as his whole name. But Cole, it was close. At worst, it was a tie to first
There was nothing
base.
close about it.
It was at worst a tie.
It was
at
not,
first
at
base.
worst. It was a tie to the fucking grass.
No, it wasn't. I
as he
smoked
gave
him to
as
the
he gave
grass.
up after he touched first base.
Smoked him
And he
to
was
the
like,
grass.
"Heh." And Joey's like, "No, it's the grass."
So speaking of who's coming to the grass
He
first,
had me out of the
Deshaun
gate,
Watson?
and that
Deshaun
was it. 'Cause
Watson's
I had a,
definitely coming
I
to
had
the
a,
grass
I had a slow start. I had a shit start. I didn't really get down in my.
Joey
stance.
spun his
Get
cleats.
down.
Yeah, I didn't get and explode off the line. I just kind
Oh,
of
wait, he
took
did?
off. Yeah.
You guys-
oh
you guys
yeah.
go-
he
No,
did.
he's
You guys
just that
going-
tall. That's the difference. He
Well,
didn't.
whatever.
There was no get down. He was standing full
At
stretch.
worst, listen, Jake the Snake is the only honest, nonpartisan person.
No.
there,
You want to know what that was right
he
there?
even-
That was a friend being like,
Nah, he
You know
even
what,
said-
Joey?
He goes, "Nah,
You didn't
Fats."
lose that
He goes,
race.
"Fats pulled on him, bro." He's like, "Fats had him." That's what he said. Jake's words, and I trust
That's
Jake
great.
the Snake.
Jake the Snake was,
You ever
was
seen that,
that.
man?
You know that friend when you're just getting shit on all the time, and he's like, "Hey man, I'm gonna pick you up a little
Dude,
bit."
Jake the Snake Roberts is like 6'5".
Listen, Jake the Snake, Jake the motherfucking
Legend.
snake
Legend.
from our softball team
Cole,
is
Cole,
an
please
absolute
call
legend.
in, Cole. Numbers on the bottom.
First of all, we don't need to, this doesn't need to be discussed any
Yeah, it
further.
does. You know what?
The facts are the facts. At worst, it was a tie to first base, and at best for me, I
Sean, I
smoked
actually
him
know
to
the number.
grass. So it is what it is. 774-992-8702. That's the phone number.
I actually know the number. How do you know? How
so
you like that?
let's get into a little bit of this Deshaun Watson story,
Deshaun.
and we will get into the NFL.
We're gonna
We
be
will-
getting into this for weeks.
we will get into 17 games. We will get into full stadiums. We will get into all that in just a few minutes. But let's talk a little bit about Deshaun Watson, because we talked last week and the week before at length about Deshaun Watson and how there were some things that were going on. So this week, a few times, a couple people, I should say, Darius Leonard and I believe it was Torrey Smith, or no, not Torrey Smith. It was what was his name? Used to play for the Falcons. Roddy White. Roddy White and Darius Leonard had tweets regarding the Deshaun Watson situation. So
I missed it. You tell me about him.
there's, I think we're up to what, 22 females now that
Yeah,
have come
God
forward.
damn.
Yeah, I think so. It's
That are coming
well, you
forward
see
with
that-
stories.
And there's a special piece on Sports Illustrated by one of them.
Ooh, and she chronicles her experience with Deshaun Watson, and she basically says that guys getting erections during massages is not uncommon. Guys will fall asleep. They're not, they're not cognizant of it or whatever. But Deshaun Watson, on the other hand, and this is why, we wait for the facts to come out. We wait for things to come out before we go ahead and, pass judgment.
Right.
Okay.
I think Deshaun Watson was, he might be a little bit of a freak. Might be a little bit of a weirdo.
Well, I mean,
Because this is now, there are girls coming out, massage therapists that are coming out, and they're echoing basically the same story.
From
about
different parts of the country, which
How
kind of
he
hurts
would,
him.
and it was more about, it wasn't
Yeah,
so much
but-
that he was acting weird during the massage. It was he was acting really weird, I'm going to take the towel off. It was almost like it wasn't agreed upon that there was going to be a sexual favor, that there was going to be a happy ending, if you will.
yep.
And he was just kind of hiring random massage therapists, hoping eventually, I hit on one. There's one. Okay, we got one now. There's one. She's DTF.
Yeah.
So It seems to me like there is more truth to this Deshaun Watson story than I think maybe we gave it credence to in the beginning, because obviously the timing of it was odd. This, the allegations
I mean,
were
Casario came out today
out
and
of left
talked
field.
about we'll trade him if it's right for the organization. Like, they're still on that bit. Like, hey, we still have to move him. So there could be a lot of different angles that are coming out to this.
Yeah, but then now, of course, in today's NFL, no one's going to touch him with a 10-foot pole because of the PR issues attached to it. I mean,
But-
If I'm the
let's-
Denver Broncos, I am still calling the
But
Houston.
look,
let's say-
Antonio Brown, with all the bullshit he was going through and all the crap he had,
that was
at
one
his-
woman.
But that
at
was
his age-
one. And
Yeah,
that was because she
but
was
look what happened to the chef and the other person. Like, he just had multiple instances where the dude popped off.
He was just a psychopath that everyone knew about. He
Yes.
shit in his own fish tank. Like, who fucking cares? He shit in his own fish tank. He's a psycho.
I
It's
mean,
kind of fucking weird, bro.
that is
But that was his own
listen,
fish tank. At least he's not cleaning it.
Sean.
I mean,
it's
I've
a
left
little-
floaters
it's
before,
a
but they were
little
always
weird.
in the ocean.
Little weird.
Yeah, and then he walks out naked. And he's like, what? He's like, what of it? It's like, all right.
Excuse me, sir. Why you make for shit in on fish tank? That not make for good practice.
Fishy. Oh, that ain't a fish. Oh,
That's a rock.
I watched Bad Boys 2 last night. And
I know, you
the-
texted us all
the
about it.
Joseph Konigskovich.
Nice.
Yeah, I love that scene. That whole.
I love it when he says,
It's
"What
gonna be
happened to
some
Jimmy?"
sort of Cuban
No, I
bullshit
love-
joke to put him in a tortilla.
I love it when the mother says anything. What happened to Jim? And he goes, El Voltiro. I know. So sad.
So going back to Watson for a second, I think there's the truth somewhere in the middle. Like
All right, Cole. Now
This
you're
is-
just trying to piss me off.
this is like almost borderline bullshit that like he's getting railroaded without any real proof. Like, sure, I'm gonna be honest with you. This many people come out, at least a couple of them have to be telling the truth.
I'm thinking
At least.
at the very least, there's probably a half a dozen.
First of all, this one says it was a 2.5 hour long session. Bro.
Right, because at the end of the hour,
That's a massage,
but
bro.
because this is part of the story. Apparently, like he would pay them for an hour or 90 minutes, and at the end he would be like, "I want another hour." Like he was like, "All right," like maybe he was like almost like he was paying for time because he needed more time to like make his move and like feel out the room a little bit and
Plus,
like
he's crazy rich.
and that too.
Yes.
But at the same time,
bro,
though,
that's a long massage, dog.
This has definitely got some teeth to it, I think. And at the very best, it's a very bad look for Deshaun Watson.
I mean, it's definitely a bad look. Yes. 100%
At best.
bad look. Yes.
At worst, these girls are going to go to the police. They're going to press charges. Then there's going to be an investigation because, according to Houston PD and the detectives in Houston, no one has come to them and said, "Look, we want to press charges." There's nothing. There's absolutely nothing there. So
It's weird.
it's a very strange situation. The lawyer that is representing the females, Busby, or whatever, is
Weird ass name.
He's like a well-known like TV like ambulance chasing lawyer. Like he's kind
Sure.
of like he's one of those scumbags that like drives a Prius and has
Which hurts-
solitary confinement as torture on the back of his car. Like,
which absolutely hurts the victim's case if that's because you picked like the worst possible person.
mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I mean,
it
some
doesn't
of this,
though, because if it's just a smear campaign and they're just looking to get money. Look, damage is done, dude. Perception is reality in this point.
Exactly.
He might not go to jail. They might not want him to go to jail or do time or anything like that. They might just want some cash out of the deal.
This is true.
And in which case,
This is true.
if it's just, hey, we need to shut these broads up, like give them what they want, hey,
Well,
then he's won the war. He's already won the war.
the only thing that, and again, I hate, because we've said it plenty of times. How many times you see these stories and it's just allegation. Before you know it, you come out of it and it was like, oh, that was just pure smoke.
so
I don't want to say that because obviously there's a lot more things pointing in the direction. But everybody, even this lady, is anonymous. She gave first name, not last name. Not giving the company that she would like. Not giving her massage company. Not giving everything's remaining anonymous.
well, I understand
That's
that
the
because
one thing that it's like, all right, if this really happened and you really wanted to put forward a suit, why are you anonymous?
Dude, first of all, that's a great question, and here's the reason why. If you give your whole name and where you work for one, you're probably getting fired because the company's not going to take the bad
No,
PR.
most of them are their own business. It's their own practice.
Exactly. So if it's their own business and you just shit talked an NFL player, you're gonna piss off a lot of people. They're gonna go to your Yelp page and give you 1-star reviews and do a bunch of shit that you don't want. It's gonna hurt your business. They gain nothing right now by going public with their information. I understand that aspect of it. I do think that there needs to be some standards held in place. Like, listen, Deshaun Watson, I think it's potential that some of this shit is true. For the people that are lying and just trying to jump in on the money thing, they need to get some kind of punitive damages as well. Like, all right, you just defamed my possible career and hurt me from potentially earning more millions of dollars. I'm going to sue you now because now I can't regain that the public reputation that you've smeared so badly.
Okay. Yeah, I get
Because
that.
I mean, look how many times who was that gentleman that went to jail? He was a high school. He was supposed to go to the University of Miami. A linebacker. He was like an All-Pro. Went to jail for raping a minor because he was breaking up with her and going to
Was
college.
that Oakman or something? Sean
They
Oakman?
made a movie literally.
They
just
did make a
recently
movie
him.
about it, yeah.
Yeah, and it was a huge thing. He got a book deal. Like he got released out of prison like 10 years after it didn't happen.
I thought it was 3, but yeah, maybe it was 10. It could have been. There's a couple stories like that.
Yes.
There's a few, but yeah, I know exactly which one you're talking about. I'm thinking of the what was it the kid from was it Oregon or Baylor? Remember he was like 6'5", 290, and he's just standing at the 50, and he just this jet like abs showing.
That was
Oakman, Sean Oakman or something
That
like.
was Oak 4.
Either way.
Yeah,
whatever.
same thing.
So I thought that was T-Duck.
Of course. Why do you think I said you'll smoke him, bro? I know it was T-Duck.
Okay, T-Duck. Why don't you T-Duck? You know what? You're out.
Joey,
Doug.
listen, it's been a couple
How
years
old's
since you've been
T-Duck?
around T-Duck. He could probably smoke you
How
now.
old's T-Duck?
What, in a race?
T-Duck's what?
I
He's
would
gotta be
fucking
like, what,
hope he could smoke
13,
me in a race.
14?
Man, he ain't developed yet.
Dude, I'm 320 pounds and I don't run. I would imagine
Yes,
most kids
but
can
he
smoke
goes
me in a
up
race.
to your waist.
Not anymore.
No, I mean I think he's 13 now. He's got to be around there.
There you go. Good
I think
He's
he's
at that
younger.
age.
He's younger than Dayton, I think.
He's at that age where he's...
Ah, easy cash, straight cash, homie.
All right, T-Duck. You know what? I'll race you, and then double or nothing. We'll hit the bench, and we'll see what's what.
You gonna bench him?
Wait
No,
for wait.
I'll just curl his max.
All right.
You know, some
So
people.
whatever he could max out
He's
with a
14
bench,
now.
he'll curl.
He's 14, so he's what?
I'd take that
14,
bet.
yeah. So he's Dayton's edge. Yeah, I'll still take that bet.
What? You don't think I can curl 135 pounds?
No, I'm saying I'm taking you in that bet.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
duh.
Duh.
You probably can just do like the bar in a couple of times. No offense.
I don't know. He's an athlete.
I mean, whatever. You know,
He's 14, son.
if we want to, if we just want to selectively play to each other's strengths, we can just, we can play that game all day. But anyway, Deshaun Watson. So this whole thing is this again to the allegations portion of it. That's all these
It
are
looks
right now.
real bad.
But it looks bad, and unfortunately for Deshaun Watson, perception's reality now. The biggest thing about this whole thing was there was the woman who chronicled it, who did the Sports Illustrated article. I believe it was the Sports Illustrated article. She said,
She didn't even want money, did she?
well, she was like, it was just weird. Like he asked for weird things, asked for weird parts of his body massaged. He would like move his junk around. Like, all right, I want you to massage my right leg. Hold on, let me just move that over here, and like flop it to the other side. And then, like, he would work himself up and,
Well, wouldn't
like...
Charles Haley have to do that?
Yes.
Totally.
Okay.
So
Frank-
how do we know? How do we know?
He was just exhausted.
I don't
Frank
know.
Gore could. I mean, how do we know? How do we know he didn't have to move it for you to get that area?
Maybe he did, but he was very awkward about it. It wasn't like he was
He was like, "Hey, let me just pull my longuisa."
yeah. He wasn't very,
Wasn't
quiet.
very just like shift. Like, all right, yeah, go ahead.
He wasn't very quiet
No, it's
about
more
it.
like-
And then he would work himself up and get himself
Now, see, some of
to a
this,
position of excitement
some
that
of
made
this,
everybody uncomfortable.
No.
some of this, I call bullshit because some of the testimonies are like ridiculous to read.
No, but did you read the one from Sports Illustrated?
That
I haven't read the
that
full.
would sound realistic.
It sounded realistic. And
That one.
honestly, it didn't even really sound, I'm just going to say, that bad. It sounded like, okay, maybe this guy misread the room a little bit. But when you look at that, like, that one didn't even sound that bad, but it's still creepy as fuck, dude.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, yes, but that's a bad take though. 'Cause
My boy
if-
is a
because-
freak.
Because if that happened, if the
At least
Sports
ain't
Illustrated,
Odell being like,
if
"Yo,
the-
shit on my face."
Stop. That was one woman. If
Call her daddy.
not the right
No,
podcast.
no.
Oh, was that not that podcast?
No, my God.
I thought that was
She
the
is-
Barstool one.
No, she is. They were those women were not Barstool related.
No.
Call her daddy girl.
The Call
No,
Her, didn't she
no,
go
these-
up? Wasn't
these
the-
were, like,
didn't-
somewhere
Didn't she
in-
say that on the Call Her Daddy Girls side podcast that she did
No,
after
no.
they split up?
No.
No.
Who? So what podcast
It was
is that?
two girls in
It
like
was
Atlanta.
It was like
a group,
TLC or some shit.
No,
Yeah,
this
kinda.
was like a podcast.
Yeah, it was a
supposed-
Yeah.
podcast down in Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It was like Left Eye and Lopez.
No, dog,
No.
come on. What, was Salt and Pepper in the background singing?
Here we
Shoot
are
Through,
actually
like,
trying to
Yeah,
fucking figure out what podcast this was, and it's Sean just blatantly giving out misinformation.
You didn't see Mystical in the background. Who that? Who that? That's the rapper. That's the rapper.
Listen.
Call me Big Daddy when you
Listen.
pack that ass up.
Listen.
That's Juvenile.
Yeah, but wasn't Mystical in that?
Nope.
They're all in the room.
Mystical was in the video.
No. Mystical was No Limit.
Mystical was not in that
Master
video?
P, not Juvenile. That was Lil
All right,
Wayne.
listen.
Lil Wayne, Baby.
Yeah, no, it
Right,
was
no, I remember that, but I
saying?
thought
It was a
Mystical
different podcast.
cameoed
It
in
was a
that.
different podcast. Okay.
Nope. Mystical was No Limit. Snoop Dogg.
So
No Limit.
listen, to call her Daddy Girl. I can't think of it. Was it Alex?
No, I know Snoop Dogg's No Limit because that was BG.
Honestly, one of his greatest albums came when he was in fucking No Limit. No bullshit.
Ooh, Snoop?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, that was, C Murder was No Limit.
C Murder, Silk the Shocker.
Silk the Shocker. Yeah.
They had Master P, Snoop, Mystical.
Little Bow Wow.
Who else was
No.
on,
There was another
Oh, Little
big
Romeo
player.
was in there.
The hell? That was when it was like No Limit versus Cash Money.
Wu Tang.
No man, come on.
I'm just purposely-
Mystical like in jail.
Shaq get fat.
Oh, Magic. That's what it was. Magic was No Limit, too.
Shake it fast.
I know.
Watch yourself.
He accidentally spelled Shaq, which made me laugh.
I know,
don't know
he
why.
did put Shaq. Yeah.
Yeah, Magic was the other one. I was
Magic
thinking.
Mike.
No, Magic.
No, Magic. Yeah.
Yeah, the rapper.
8 Ball and Magic, kid.
No Limit.
Remember?
Yeah. That was like the C Murder crew. That was the Nolia.
They were called True.
Yeah.
All right.
No, the Nolia was fucking Cash Money.
Okay. So,
Magnolia was UTP Cash Money.
Right. But
Two different people.
yeah, but no, but
both
Magic,
down south.
Magic or 8 Ball, one of those two was from the Nolia. One of
I
them,
mean, maybe
they
but-
were from
but-
there.
But the Magnolia group.
Right?
was
Yeah.
Cash
No,
Money.
I know that, but I'm just saying one of them was from it because it's in the song.
all right. Listen. So it wasn't that podcast.
He was
but
known, he was known in the Nolia as Big Hurt.
going back to the Watson thing. Some of the Watson stuff.
That was
I'm
drag.
down for my-
Now we're talking about
We're
drag
talking
on.
Drag On.
Yeah.
Oh,
Some of the
damn.
Watson stuff is like so unbelievable.
Do you fuck them till they come?
Hell yeah, we make them.
I can't even.
Is
go
it for the North? Hate, South? Hate, East? Hate, West?
Good.
Hate?
Are we just gonna read rap lyrics now?
I mean,
We're
I'm
not-
not
we're
reading,
not reading
anything,
anything.
but we could be spitting back and forth and just referencing.
I could
them.
literally do. I could do C Murder down for my ninjas, word for word, verbatim on karaoke right now.
Yo,
If I
fuck
had to.
my other. Mm-mm. Like,
I
what's
could
it
do it
called?
right now.
That's
If
the
you need to-
rapper. That's the rapper.
Yeah. Right there. That's that. I could do that. I could do that song.
Answer T Duck, please. He's respectfully asking you a question.
Before the Bucks won the Super Bowl, who do you think was going to win? I think I had the Packers over the Chiefs.
No, he's saying before the game started. Joey and I both called the Chiefs. Wanted the Chiefs. But
I had the Chiefs winning it.
yeah.
I had the Chiefs win.
I said the Bucks.
Okay, Louis.
And that's it.
Because they played on a field of green.
Yo, we should do some hip hop trivia. We've got to diversify our pop culture.
Oh, oops.
Yes, trivia
Well,
portfolio.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
I'm gonna start
Like,
working on.
you know what? We gotta start just making trivia for the show. Be like, all right, let's see who's paid attention. Like, when Sean makes this voice, who is he referencing? Like, we gotta have trivia.
There's
shit
a couple
like that.
people I know. Like I
Brah!
know between my brother, Craigie D, you, and like Keith Amaral, they could write probably like 10 years worth of hip hop trivia.
This is true. This is true.
Years, wow.
You know, I almost like the like if we said like a quick line, like what is that from? Name that song.
Name that line. I would love to do what year is this song released? You play like a 7-second clip.
That one gets tough.
Play a 7-second
How
song.
about like album?
God, I'd be so.
Like what album was this from?
No, I'm not good with
All right, I
albums.
get year. But sometimes I get fucked up in my ears though.
See, I'm nasty at the years.
Hey,
I'm,
doing it-
na-
you doing
I'm literally only saying that because I'm really good at it.
Are you
It's like, 'cause,
doing-
like I do trivia
Yeah,
and like
well,
stuff.
wait.
So like,
Are you doing the year the album came out or the year the song came out?
Yeah, the song came out.
Okay.
because
so-
sometimes it could be different.
Yes.
It could be
Yes,
a
because-
95, 96 thing.
Right, because you had there
Because
are
the single comes
instances-
out and then you
right,
know,
the single
album
comes out in like 2001, and then the album drops in 02. Because I think I'm fairly certain.
like what year
Didn't
did the
Wayne-
Rough Riders anthem come out?
Rough Riders Anthem?
96?
No,
97.
No.
98.
Yes.
It was 98.
No, it was
It
97.
was 98. I was in
98.
8th grade.
I was in 7th.
It was 98.
I was a freshman.
It was the first. It was the last half of. Yeah, it was the last half of 98.
It was the last half of 98
Because the Broncos
in
went
the
on to
spring
it was
of
the year the-
99.
because the Broncos
my
were
cousin
undefeated at that
Eric
point.
did like a 40-man lip sync for like the Mr. Dartmouth bullshit.
Jesus.
Everybody was up on stage acting like the Rough Riders, just And he was DMX. Like, it was the funniest thing in the world. And he was a senior in 99. Song came out
Okay,
months
fine.
before that.
Did he come out in like a pool of blood?
I don't think
Rough Riders
Dartmouth had
Anthem
one.
yeah, because it came
98.
out what,
Yeah, it was
November
98.
of 98?
It was 98. Yeah, it was late 98.
Anyway, so Deshaun Watson, going back to breaking up the
You know,
the
can I
record
just say
talk.
something?
God
Joey
damn
has
it.
not said Deshaun Foster once today.
Oh, he will. Give him time. Give him time.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, released 1998. Recorded in 97, though.
Deshaun.
Foster.
Deshaun. Some of the stuff is bullshit, though, if you've read all the allegations. Like, him bukkakeing the whole
I was
room.
just going to say the bukkake. Like, hey, he was like 6 feet away from when he bukkakeed all over my face.
Yeah, and if you don't know what that is, Google it.
Remember Little
On
John?
images only.
Remember Little John? Ah, skeet, 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 skeet.
Yeah.
You know, he skeet all over her face.
Remember that?
like-
remember on E-Bomb's World? I like bukkake.
Oh, my God, yes. Jesus, that was like 20 years ago already, too. Oh, wasn't it like the Quiznos puppets like singing it?
yeah. It was like
Yeah.
Quiznos, wow.
Dude, those Quiznos songs.
Yeah, legit.
Yeah.
Look
And-
for the cue.
But I don't understand, like, and some of the people that have given anonymous testimony, which is why I want to believe Watson in some cases and Watson not in other cases. The SI article, I totally believe that victim, whoever that was. In the other cases, they were like, he was like just thrusting the air, and we had no idea why. It's like, come on, lady.
That was fucking weird.
So you're telling me he was laying on your massage table, he was just going,
But she didn't understand why he was doing that. Come on.
Well,
man.
what was he thrusting into?
A cup?
Hand. Whoa. But I don't know what's going on. I don't know how to stop it. Oh my God, jeez, oh my God. Dude, all right, what the fuck is going on right now? Bukkake is just taking over. This is what Tuesdays have become.
This video is 20 years old.
Bro, what are you doing? Fucking hit pause. And you know what it is? It's because he has
78 tabs open. Just mute the whole
That's what
goddamn
I'm gonna
thing.
say. It's because he's got 47 fucking tabs open on his
gotta
goddamn
find it.
computer. Which
It wasn't even that. I don't even know why it just started playing.
We lost like 40 viewers.
Everybody's like, what the fuck was
this
that?
dude literally, if you looked at the top of his computer, like his
Oh,
computer monitor,
Look, dude, I
you'd be
only
like,
have
bro, the icons are so small, it only
2,
shows
4,
a letter.
6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32 tabs open. That's it.
I
Joey, that's not good.
Ready? I have.
What do you mean that's
I
not
have
good?
3,
Yeah, I have maybe 5.
and all that's gonna get closed when I shut down my computer.
Okay, well, why don't you learn how to browse the internet like a real fucking man? I don't know what to tell you.
And then I can't find where the phone's coming from.
No, that wasn't. That was just an OBS. It just started playing.
Oh yeah, it's OBS's fault because I clicked on it, it played, and I said, "Oh shit, which one was it?"
If you look right here, there's a little slash right here through this. That means it's muted. The site is muted, sir.
Apparently that
I
site
don't
was
believe
not.
you.
It was.
Well, no, different site. Don't believe you. That's DMX.
All right, so Deshaun Watson, I don't know.
I think we're done with Deshaun Watson.
He's a
now.
goddamn criminal.
Yeah,
I mean,
you know.
pretty much in
We're gonna do
the
this again.
in the court of public opinion, I think they have to just kill him now.
Yeah. See, I have to hit unmute site. If I hit unmute, there you go. So it wasn't.
So apparently it was your fault.
It
exactly.
wasn't the tab. It
Point
was in
taken.
OBS.
Let's go.
When you start a new scene in OBS
Oh my
and it's a link, it just automatically starts playing, and there's no way to stop it.
Well,
Which it's not supposed to do that, but it did. So fuck it.
Well, Billy.
Anywho.
Well, Mr. Madison, I think we can all say we are dumber from that answer. You will be awarded no points. Please take your seat.
So while we're on the NFL, let's talk about the big NFL news of the day.
which one?
So the biggest NFL news of the day, because and I loved I watched the clip of the Pat McAfee show when the news broke today that Roger Goodell came out and said the NFL is expecting to have full stadiums
Full.
in 2021.
Yes.
Full ass stadiums.
Now this is when the season starts in August.
Which
Yes.
means, congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, we have defeated Corona. It's gone. Bye-bye.
Or at least we're in the final leg. 'cause
Bye-bye.
It's almost summertime.
Now I took that as a real bully move. Like that was like a threatening move to like the states that have NFL stadiums. Like, you know, we're fully expecting
You to cooperate.
60, 75, 100,000 people in one venue. like to be there. I did not see the Pat McAfee thing earlier today. I didn't see any of the news other than, hey, the NFL made 2 announcements. This was the first one. Now, are they going to force you to somehow sign up for the game beforehand with, like, proof of vaccination?
Oh, the vaccine passports that they're rumored to be going around. See, I don't think they're going to. I don't think they're going to be.
I don't know how they can.
They can just fake it.
Because
though,
there's going to
can't
be so many states, because the pushback. So the vaccine passport thing, because that's immediately what my biggest question was. Will it matter? Like, if you didn't get your Fauci ouchie, will you be allowed into the stadium?
they? What
you
did
have
you
to,
say?
The Fauci
The
ouchie.
Fauci.
Oh, I dropped my goddamn pin.
Means it's gonna go in my foot after.
If
this,
you don't
you
get your
bastard.
vaccine, will you be allowed into the stadiums?
Just get this
And
screwed
that
instead.
was a question that was the first question that I asked, because if the NFL comes out and says we are expecting full stadiums in 2021, what that translates to is we're going to have full stadiums in 2021.
Correct.
What caveats that might carry with it, we don't know. There could be stipulations to this now.
Well, everybody's gonna have to wear a mask, and
Probably.
At that point, I doubt it, because listen, dude,
If you're that packed together,
there is no way in hell you're gonna have 80,000 people in one building, and what are you gonna have, like fucking teams of roving like SWAT members being like
snipers.
Put your mask on. Put your mask
but
on.
It's gonna
Put
be,
your mask
no,
on.
it's literally
Put your
gonna be,
mask on.
As you're walking in, you're gonna have your mask on, and then whatever.
They should have
We tried.
beanbag snipers.
But
Oh
they're
my
never gonna be able to
God.
enforce it.
Joey with his paintball gun.
The guy's like,
He's like, damn it.
or they got the Joey. They just shoot him with a King Kong bag. He's like, that got me.
It's like right in the heart.
Team Godzilla, bitch. No, the thing is, they're not going to be able to enforce it. Like, we've already seen it, dude. Like, you go down to spring break, you go to like Texas right now. Texas was the first state to fully reopen back
What
up
was
and
the
remove
state
the
that
mask.
piggybacked right off of it too?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. There.
And Mississippi and Alabama.
Oh, the
and
bordering
Florida was,
states. No way.
Florida was like really close too.
Florida.
Texas, if you look at the numbers in Texas, they're all on the decline.
Yeah, look, Florida did that, and then look at Miami. Fucking like 18 hours later, like, okay, curfew time. You motherfuckers can't do
So
this.
funny you should
They were
say.
fighting in the streets.
Funny you bring that
Well,
up.
they were
My-
just
my-
drunk as balls.
So Plizzy is in Miami right now as we speak,
That kind of makes sense.
Shocker.
and he even said for his blood, it's way too ratchet.
That's crazy. Because
So-
I figured that'd be like his like area.
He was in Ohio during the riot, so.
Missouri, Ferguson.
Oh, it was Ferguson, Missouri.
Way to
Whoops.
fuck that one up, Sean.
He might just move out to Minneapolis because now the Derek Chauvin trial started. There's going to be, that's going to be the epicenter of all the new rioting going on this summer when that case comes down. Because we all know whether he's found guilty or innocent, or they're just like, you're going to lose your job, but you're not going to jail. Riot. Burn the place to the ground. I honestly feel terrible for the people in Minneapolis, but that's another conversation for another day. What I'm getting at is with the packed stadiums, Roger Goodell is a very calculated man. Okay? There's a reason why Roger Goodell makes $30-something million a year, $40 million a year, whatever it is.
It's 40 now.
It's because he is – think about this for 1 second. Roger Goodell gets paid $40 million a year to be the front man for 32 billionaires.
This is true.
So 32 billionaires all decided,
Hey, you're speaking for us.
you're going to be our guy.
Yeah.
Here's $40 million a year. I mean, if you think Roger Goodell, you might not like him, but if you think he's an idiot, you're dead ass wrong.
No, you're 100% right. I think he is a horrible person for football, for fans. He is brilliant for NFL owners and earning them the maximum amount of value for their dollar.
Which in turn pays the players more anyway.
He is the first person to ask a major network for $1 billion and then got it. He was the first person to do
Yeah.
it and then got it for a TV deal.
And
he went
their
to
new
Disney.
and their new TV deal is just insane.
Well, yeah,
Yes.
Disney.
He told Disney, I want $1 billion. And Disney's like, we want the Super Bowl. And he's like, you can have it in 8 years. And they're like, deal.
So the thing is,
Why 8 years? Well, we have all these other ones lined up.
Yeah.
so
Getting us
Roger
first.
is a very calculated human being. He does not come out and just shoot from the hip very often.
Right.
Like when he comes out and says something, especially along the lines now with what we've seen over the last year in this country in terms of the pandemic and everything else, there is absolutely no way he's coming out and just saying this just for shit's sake.
Right.
He's saying it because he means it, and he's also saying it because he knows that there are 32 teams in roughly 27, 26 different states.
Something like that.
that half the country call it.
More
That
than half.
he's going to move now. He's moving to pressure those states into saying like, look, Bob Kraft, holla at Charlie Baker, bruh. Use your influence. The NFL is basically saying we are the NFL. We have fuck you money beyond fuck you money. And if we decide the pandemic's over and we want full stadiums, guess what? The pandemic's over and we want full stadiums.
Or you're going to be the new Vegas. You're just going to get a team.
Yep.
Oh,
Well,
you'll let us have full stadiums? Okay, teams coming there.
okay.
Well-
Guess what? I mean, they couldn't, not that easily, but I
But
get
you
what
get
you're
what
saying.
I'm saying.
But I mean, with the part 2 of the announcement, which I don't want to, bury the lead, but the part 2 of the announcement would lead to teams in other countries now being a definite possibility.
I think there's going to be every NFL team now is going to be required to play one international game every 8 years.
No,
So
it's every 4 years because they're going to add a second game.
Right, but every team will play an international game every 8 years. You're required to play one every 8 years. It won't because it won't always be
It's going to double it up though.
right. But you might have like the Cardinals and the Raiders play an international game in back to back years. Like they might go to Mexico City 3 years in a row, and the Chiefs might not play an international game for 5 years straight. But you're required to play at least one international game every 8 years.
Okay.
Which would be what? That's 2 cycles of the schedule.
Yes.
So every 2
Well,
schedule
actually, the
cycles.
whole schedule is going to change now.
Because of
Because
the other
the
announcement.
Because of the other announcement, which is the 17-game season, which we'll get to that in a minute because I got some fun thoughts on that. But while we're on this full stadium thing, let me ask you guys this. Right now, if it's opening day, if next week is opening day,
What am I doing?
are you going to see the Patriots play the Bills opening day?
I mean,
What-
if it's affordable,
You're the governor. What rules do I have to abide by?
I mean,
You're the governor of Massachusetts, by the way. So
entry. It's probably going to be entry with mask. Like you're going to have an entry mask and a forehead scan.
yeah, you
no,
probably
they'll
do
do the forehead scan.
temp checks.
That's
No,
the
that's
forehead scan.
too
It's
many
just so
people.
fucking stupid anyway.
No,
like-
dude, think about it. Like when have you been
What
like?
happens if I'm sweating my ass off because I'm in like 14 layers or something like a dumbass?
And you're drinking.
Yeah.
No, I guess I'd actually.
I
pay
run
attention
hot
now.
all
No,
the
but
time.
me too. But my thing is this: like,
I'm wearing a
you
t-shirt.
haven't been to places where you literally walk. They have you stand on a circle, and there's just something looking at you, and it's like, okay, yeah, you're fine, go. And it's literally taking your temperature, just this sensor
Yeah,
taking
the
your
airport.
temperature. Yeah, airport, hospitals. I think RMV has it. Like,
I think I forget what airport was it. Frankfurt. Airport
like,
we went to in
every time
Germany,
I have to
they
go to the
had-
hospital.
Yes, okay.
every time I have to go to the hospital, you literally walk up, give me a name, and say, okay, look up, and you look
Right,
up.
but you're
and it
not.
takes your
But you're not
temperature.
going to do that at a football game. You get 80,000 people getting in and out in a matter of like,
Moments.
yeah, not that much
Within
time.
an hour.
There's not going to be enough time.
So if Joey's the governor and Joey says you have to have both vaccinations, wear a mask, and you have to go through some kind of body scan thing, temperature check.
Go fuck yourself. I'm not going.
I'm
Pretty
going.
much.
I'm not going.
Oh, 100% I'm going. 'Cause I'm so ready for the world to go back to normal.
Yeah, but-
like,
Yeah, but that's the
But-
thing.
but-
That's what they want you to do. They want you to be so ready for the world to go back to normal that you go.
That
and
you'll
you
do
get-
anything
that
just
you'll
to
do
get it.
anything just to do it. That's called submitting, and I'm
Okay.
not doing that. I'm an alpha male. I won't submit.
I'd totally do it because I'm just like, I don't care. Because it's going to happen one way or another. They're going to say, oh, you can go back and do whatever you want, or you can do this, and you can, go to a game.
Yeah, Mason had a good thing in the
I'll
chat.
go to a game.
What's the tailgate limit? Like, what's it going to be like in the parking lots now?
You
gonna be
can't.
able to tailgate.
you
What, like,
can't-
literally
control a
limit.
parking
You
lot.
can't. That's the thing. You can't put any restrictions on it. So if the NFL is going to have, if the NFL says we're having full stadiums, guess what, guys?
that's full tailgate.
Full
That's
tailgate.
full everything.
That means everything's on the table. Now they might require you like to buy a ticket. You might like if you go to NewEnglandPatriots.com,
Yep.
they might say like, okay, we're going to need to see your passport vaccine. Or vaccine passport to make sure that you've been vaccinated before you can buy this. But how are you going to stop that on the secondary market?
You can't.
You can't. So there's no fucking point. So anybody who abides by this shit is just putting themselves behind the 8 ball, and you're fucking retarded. And it's
But
stupid.
you asked me, you said, if next week's a game and you have to do these things, are you going to go? Hell yeah, I'm going to go.
So you're vaccinated?
I am not
Well,
vaccinated.
you can't go.
This is where you buy an illegal card for $20.
I mean, that I'm all for. I'll definitely
What,
buy
buying
it.
an illegal card?
Absolutely.
Or you find that guy and you go, hey, 20.
Yeah, right. Or we go find the con that's working, from the Boston pre-release, and that me and Keith found that one time.
And
We
I'm
pay
just
him
like,
20
yeah, I'll
bucks
go
each
talk
get
to him. I
in.
was like, bro,
The
I got
left
20
eye
bucks
is
ahead.
looking all the way that way, and the right eye is straight at you, and you're like,
No, legit. I just found him and I was like, so what's up, bro? I slapped you some money. You let me and my 2 boys sleep in here. And he goes, 20 minutes, come back here. He was like $20 a head. I'm like, done.
Damn.
I literally walked back to the gym. I was like, we got to go for a walk and come back. They were like, okay, $20, $20.
Yeah. And then we went out. We stood up on the bridge, and I sat there.
Guy, we were everywhere. I called out of work on the bridge.
That was great.
Like during like a fucking crazy sack fumble.
Yeah, that
they're
was.
they're like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm
The
so,
plane's going down.
I'm like, I'm so
Scream.
sick. I can't.
I'm in a plane crash.
Hey, like,
I might die.
Literally,
I'll
I'm
see you
like,
tomorrow.
It started off. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to be good. Rah, 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 rah. I'm like, oh shit.
Where are
Like,
you?
yeah,
Oh.
I'm sick.
I'm at a dog pound. They're putting this dog to sleep. Everyone's going crazy.
I'm at the doctor's.
So you can get in. So that's the thing. Like,
serious.
I'm not. But look, I'm not getting the vaccine because I'm an anti-vaxxer. I don't really care about vaccines. I've never gotten a flu shot before. I think I've had the flu once in my life.
I mean, I got him when
the
I was a
actual
kid.
flu.
Well,
I think I've actually had influenza one time in my life.
I
Other
actually
than
have
that,
gotten the flu like once, and I was.
You know, it's funny. I was
got it
talking
twice and that was
to.
bad.
That sucks.
I was at work and I was sitting on a con at Milford Hospital and I was talking to one of the head nurses there and we were just shooting the shit. And he was telling me, he's like, it's funny. Most people think like, when they're like, oh, I had the flu bug, a 24-hour flu bug. He's like, the flu doesn't last. There's no
the
such thing as a
the flu's
24-hour
like,
flu bug.
Hey, how you doing? I'm so. Yep, that's a week.
He's like, the flu fucks you up. He's like, influenza fucks you up. Most people just get a really
common
bad
cold.
strain
Yeah,
of the
right.
cold. And that's what we call the 24-hour flu bug because it's kind of in and out and it's gone, and then you have a cold. And he was explaining all this shit to me, and it was very interesting, and I thought it was very funny. And he's like, with COVID, he's like, yeah, sure, you're going to be able to get a vaccine. And he's like, but if you're not susceptible to it, there's no point in getting it anyway. Like, if you're young, you're healthy, like, there's no point. He's like, if you're older and you don't want to get it, like, yeah, it might help you out, but he's like, there's going to be different strains that we were seeing because now all the coronabros are just devastated that Goodell came out and made this announcement. Can't wait for the articles out of what's that fucking clown from USA Today?
He got fired, didn't he?
No, I think he's still there.
No, some guy just got fired, and because I know.
Well, there's been a lot of layoffs.
Presidente posted it. He put like a champagne bottle of another one of his enemies getting fired.
Oh, really? I'll have to look into it. But
That's
anyway,
awesome.
he was the one that anointed UConn the men's NCAA champions because they were the only one. They were the only school that decided not to play.
I think this is the same guy that got fired.
It must be because he was a complete fucking idiot. But you'll have USA Today, like Mike Florio will be out tomorrow with this is reckless abandonment by the commissioner, and the NFL doesn't care about its players or fans.
He's gonna be careful. He's lost a lot of viewership.
Who, Florio?
Yes.
Oh, my dad shut him off.
He goes nuts on his
No,
show
but
now.
remember every
He
year,
absolutely loses his mind on his
every
show.
year at free agency, Florio would post his numbers of like traffic to his website. He didn't do it this year at all. Didn't even mention it.
So
his
funny
reasons
thing about
behind
Florio and Sims, my dad was a pretty religious watcher of their show on, I don't even know what network it's on.
NBC Sports.
NBC Sports,
too,
yeah,
like
NBC
that.
Sports,
Yeah.
whatever.
It's not good.
So my dad my dad liked Florio and Sims. He was like, I don't mind Florio, but I really like Sims. Sims is cool. He's like, I really like him. He's funny.
Sean,
And this and that. So my dad
I gotta talk to your dad. He likes
well,
Harden, likes Sims.
he was enjoying it, and he's like, and then all of a sudden, like, they started like slowly the politics started coming out through their show, and then my dad was like, all right, like, I don't care, like, whatever, you're clearly not on my side
Believe
of things,
whatever you want to believe.
but that's okay. I'm not worried about it. He's like, but then they came out and they were like fawning all over Biden in one of his speeches or whatever like that. And my dad was like, dude, go fuck yourselves. You guys are fucking clowns. Shut the fuck up. Florio was up there ranting about how people are irresponsible and they don't wear their masks and this and that. It's like, my dad shut it off.
Yeah.
And my dad does literally nothing to do all day except sit in his garage, play with RC trucks, and watch TV.
Build trains.
My dad's not, but the point is my dad is a part of an audience, of a demographic of an audience that is very easy to get and keep.
Right.
So for you to lose them, you've got to really be fucking up. Or you've got to be doing something wrong. Like us, we do this show. I don't give a fuck who watches or who doesn't. We don't have a target demographic. I'm not looking to keep anybody. If you don't like what I'm saying, shut the fucking show off. That's fine. But I'm not going to sit here and censor myself.
Need that Mike Tyson quote.
And I appreciate
your whole
the
TV.
people that do stick with us and do listen to the show every single week and do show up and do like and share and visit row1seat1.com and they support us throughout. And I appreciate those people. But at the same time, we bend the knee for no one on this show. We don't take, we tell you what we think. We tell you what we know. And that's that.
Yep.
You don't like it, change the channel, bro. Like, keep it moving.
Shut off your whole station.
Like, we don't care. My dad, though, is one of those people in that demographic where you can get capture or lose him very easily. And they chose to go a different route, and they lost people like my dad. And that's a reason why Florio's numbers are down. Because now all of a sudden you start watching Florio, now you're looking at him, you're like, this guy's a fucking pompous asshole. And then they got Peter King on there, and Peter King's up there waxing poetic about some fucking bullshit like, oh, man. And then, Bill Belichick embraces Tom Brady and whispers sweet nothings into his ear and tells him, Tom, you really are the greatest. You know that, right? And then they hug one last time before they part ways at the locker room door. Like, shut the fuck up, Peter King. Like, no one wants to fucking hear your old ass. How you even still fucking have a job is beyond me. He's a fucking loser. I've always thought he was a fucking terrible writer. I always thought his shit was garbage. But people fawn over him. They're like, oh, he's so educated. Fuck you. Shut the fuck up. Fuck Peter King. Fuck Mike Florio. Fuck everybody. Sorry.
That's okay. The same reason I kind of turned off ESPN is because ESPN was like really like me.
Dude,
What,
Woke
you mean
Center
the Sports Center on the 6?
Woke Center has gone off the rails.
I can't remember.
I don't even know how ESPN's still a thing.
I can't remember the last time I turned on ESPN if it wasn't for like a Thursday night football game. I'm sorry, if it wasn't for a football game or a basketball game that I wanted to watch with my team.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the last time I put on ESPN just to watch it.
I haven't done it. It's
I don't.
been 5 years anyway. The last time I did it,
Sometimes they play NASCAR.
the last show that I was really into on ESPN that I really enjoyed was the very early stages of Dan Lebitard, his dad, and
I can't stand
and like
him.
Bomani.
Highly questionable.
Highly questionable.
No, the beginning was funny. It was
When it-
funny.
No, I never found that show good.
I loved it when it first came out. I thought it was great. It was funny. I
Bomani
loved the
Jones.
dad. The characters are great. And then 2016 happened, and once 2016 happened, the Kaepernick shit, and then Trump getting elected, it just went to Woke Center, and then you had Jamil Hill and was it Michael Smith?
Michael Scott.
No, Jamichael Smith.
Michael Smith.
Yeah, it was Michael Smith.
Michael
Was it
Smith.
Michael Smith?
Him
That was
and
Michael
Jamil Hill.
Scott is fucking
That's the office.
Dunder Mifflin, bro.
Oh, oops.
Wrong show. But yes,
Yeah, it was
know
Michael Smith and Jamil
Yeah,
Hill.
because he used to work in Boston.
equally as scripted. Then SportsCenter went off that thing, and then they just
the
they,
SportsCenter on the
ESPN
6.
started fucking accusing everybody of being racist for not watching the ESPN on the 6 or whatever it was. Jamil Hill got fired. Michael Smith got
literally
fired.
No,
For
Michael Smith.
racism.
Michael Smith had it alone for a little bit when
Yeah,
they
but
let
it
go
was-
of Jamil Hill.
yeah,
and it
Yeah,
was just
and
so
then
bad.
he was like, I can't do this.
what's his name? Fucking Bill Simmons hires Jamil Hill to be a writer for his fucking
She got fired from
shit.
that.
And
Yeah, she
she's
did.
fucking awful. How she still has a job is beyond
She
me.
works at the She works at the internet only.
She's
the Athletic.
The Athletic, yeah.
Yes.
And she's awful. You ever read one of her articles?
No, I
It's
don't
terrible.
pay for that.
All she is just a race baiting fucking.
Well, she says a lot of
You know what I
very
what I-
racist stuff about
what
white
I
people.
what I used to
Oh, she's a
like,
hardcore racist.
I used to like First Take. First Take was good for a little bit.
First day with that was Tony Reale, right?
No,
No,
that's
no,
Around
no,
the
no.
Horn.
Around the Horn. I'm sorry.
Around the Horn.
Around the
Around the
Horn
Horn is good because they put different people on all the time.
Max Kellerman, when he was on Around the Horn, great. And then he left
Yeah,
to go
but
to
now,
IMAX,
but
and he
now,
came
but
back.
even
Well,
still,
no, he did.
even
He
though-
does First Take.
Yeah, but now
Yeah,
even
that was
Around the
First
Horn
Take.
is just like, oh, you have a dissenting opinion of Colin Kaepernick, muted. Oh, you love Colin Kaepernick, it's basically become like they basically took Reddit and they turned it into a TV show.
Yeah, it's like what's it? Tony Reale. He's the main
Yeah.
guy
Tony
now.
Reale's the host. It was the best when the original host was Jay Moore.
But to
Remember
your point,
comedian
Sean,
Jay
I
Moore?
haven't watched.
That's when it came out.
I haven't watched
That
ESPN
was when it was the best.
in ages.
Brief. Yeah, neither
I
was
stopped watching ESPN in
Well,
like
it was the same thing
2015.
with PTI. PTI was great.
It
Now you
was.
go listen to it and you're like,
Because again, they're forcing their opinions down your throat. It used to be like the old guys and the Muppets, like those old two Muppets.
Yeah.
They used to go like, oh, like talking about their opinions about sports, and then all of a sudden they're just like, let me tell you how I feel about Trump and Biden. And it's just like, guys, I don't want to hear your opinions. I really don't.
Right? It's like, listen,
I
dude.
don't.
Look, we're a sports show, but we dabble in like other stuff. Story
like
of the day.
that.
But we don't sit here and tell you what we think, and we don't sit here and tell you like, you need to listen to me because I'm smarter than you.
no, we tell you what we think.
No.
And we don't give you shit if you listen to no.
I
That's
know
the
I'm
difference.
smarter than you. That's not the problem. I don't have to tell you that. The point is, I just don't do it because I don't need to do it. It's not what this show's about. This show is about fun, laughs, getting drunk on the air, having a good time, taking phone calls,
I'm
which
always
if you
lit
want to
when I
call us,
come on here,
774-992-8702. And just
It'd be
you know,
so cool if we just like owned our own platform where I could just go live and smoke some weed and just chill. And,
You can.
listen, bro.
real
I'm
cool.
telling you, give it 1 year. We will
Just
do that.
saying.
The row one, seat one empire is coming.
In your fish tank.
The rise of we are gonna be we'll be Constantinople to what, Greece maybe? Was
Oh
it?
my God.
No, they weren't really around the same
Not going
time.
that far.
But anyway, we'll be
putting on the Ritz.
We'll be the rival. We'll be the rivals. We'll be you'll have the Spartans and you'll have the Persians. We'll be the Spartans are Barstool. We'll be the Persians. We're like, yeah, we're coming for you. But we
So
won't.
wait, are you gonna be that like 47-foot tall dude with the long arms and the fucking gold around his neck?
Xerxes? Fuck yes. Sit there like this.
First of all, he was not 47 feet tall. He was about 11.
Guy, he was Dalsim.
No, he was 11 feet
Remember
tall.
Dalsim from
Yes.
fucking Street Fighter?
Oh,
he was that
Dalsim.
dude. He was that dude. He was like, watch my arms, they stretch.
Anthony Costanzo.
Nobody can stop Xerxes.
You'd be like this.
You cut my cheek.
Mr. Portnoy, I am about to bust a testicle if you do not adhere to my rules.
I still love that movie. That movie was amazing.
What?
It's a fucking
Fucking
great movie,
300?
dude.
300.
Think about it. It's
Yeah.
14 years old.
The original 300,
Shocking.
not the second one. The original.
The second
Yeah,
one
no.
was fucking rad, though.
second
The
one's
second
fucking
one
When
was
they were like riding horses across boats sinking and shit.
that
was-
one nude scene was awesome. The rest of it was like
I
a
hope
And
this
what's
is
her name? The
T-Dog.
bad girl in that one. is-
evergreen.
Oh, she's
That's
so
what I mean.
hot,
The one
dude.
nude scene was amazing.
Oh, I would. Anyway, Joey Fats Radio. Row one, seat one.
Hey, what's up, boys?
Hey, Pat. Pat, on a scale of 1 to 10, how hot was the chick in the second 300, and why would you leave your wife for?
Oh, fuck, I never saw the second 300.
You're not really missing much.
Hey, Pat. Good answer, Pat. Don't fall into Joey's trap.
Yeah, just go look for the nude scene in 300 Part 2, and then just watch that, and you'll be like, I watched the movie.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, am I wrong? That's like
Well,
the only
Pat,
part of the
look,
movie.
you said you were having an awful day. I'm glad you laugh and you're having a good time now, sir.
Oh, man. Sean, I'm sorry. I forgot your name for Allegazzi.
Why? I don't care. It's fine.
No, that was there. Is it Keith and Darkness are way too close? It's like, well,
Joey and Fats
they can't
are
get
too
any
close
closer.
tonight.
Joey is taking a dump out of his
No,
window.
Joey's just pacing in disgust.
Guys, I got to ask, Sean, I got to ask you,
What's up, bud?
what's going on with the 49ers?
What's going on with him?
This
That's
fucking
great.
guy.
What's going on with him? You tell me. You tell me, as a regular casual fan, do you believe that anytime any team says, he's our guy, this is the guy we're going to go to town with, we're going to have a couple burgers with.
Gonna
He's
go
gonna
to town with,
he's-
huh? Downtown?
They're going to go ATM with.
McGillicuddy's?
They
We're
go-
going to
they
club
going-
downtown?
They're going
St.
ATM.
Catherine Street, Montreal?
Listen,
Let's do this, baby!
listen. They're going
That's
ATM with
expensive.
Garoppolo. So
I haven't been to the petting zoo in a minute.
all you got to do
No
is
one
read the
has.
leaves. There is no way they're going to pay $26 million for 1 year of Garoppolo, and they're going to draft his replacement on the third overall pick. Whether that's Fields, whether that's Mac Jones, whether that's Trey Lance, there's no way. No freaking way. They're getting rid of Garoppolo.
All right.
My guess,
So-
I don't know what I'm talking about, but my guess is they take Mac Jones. I'm not saying Mac Jones is worthy of the third pick. Maybe they take Mac Jones thinking he can play right away. And maybe they trade Jimmy soon to the Patriots.
No, there's no. I think the Patriots are out of it. I think that, honest to God, I think it's all a smokescreen. I think the Patriots will say, if Jimmy wants to rework his contract to like a few $1 million, we'll do it, and then he'll have like a bunch of voidable years, because there's no way we can absorb that $26 million cap hit. It's physically impossible now. We only have $13 million left. We spent all of our money
Yeah, you guys spent it ridiculous.
Like we got everyone kept making the stimulus check jokes, and I was like, okay, guys, I get it. I got the first 47,000 of them. Like it's not funny anymore. Everyone's like,
Yeah.
oh, Belichick
Bill be
must have-
spending the check before he gets it.
Belichick got 3 kids. He got $4,800 coming in. It's like, all right, I get it. It's a money joke. Listen, the money is spent. Like there's no more guys coming. The only thing,
But there could be.
no, the only thing
He can always make space in the NFL. They can cut people. They can cut people they sign, maybe.
Listen,
sure.
No,
I think
I'm
I
not.
think I
Listen,
think we keep
they
Gilmore
can,
now.
They can trade and extend him immediately and rework the negotiations of his language in the
Yeah.
contract.
and like 13 voidable years,
No, but literally, you can extend him for 5 years.
all
Right.
voidable.
Exactly.
What, Taysom Hill contract?
100%.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
So you can be like, look,
Yes,
you're
you
gonna
do it.
get $8 million this year. You're gonna get $8 million in bonus. You're a $16 million player.
I truly feel that the Patriots tried their hardest with Garoppolo before they signed Cam. They said, listen, what's the best deal that we can come to? And they probably said, like, we want a first and a third. And Belichick was like, my max is a third. Like, that's where I'm at.
Well, Belichick was like, bro, I give you a second.
No.
You gave me a second.
Apparently, the rumor was the Patriots offered a third-round pick. Like, they offered, like, the highest of the third-round picks they have. And John Lynch says, that's not going to cut it for us. And he's just like, okay. And Belichick, because Belichick knew ahead of time that Kyle Shanahan was already done with Garoppolo. And it was just bluff against bluff against bluff. So Belichick said, you don't want the third-round pick? We're going to just sign Cam. And I really think Cam is their option now, and they're going to try to draft someone. Will they trade up into like that fourth spot with Atlanta? Who knows?
Wow.
But that's the new talk now.
See, I know. I would be with you.
I've heard that too, guys. Maybe they'll move up to that Atlanta spot, try to get someone early.
Well, this is where I would say yes, but I can't agree with you there because look at the moves that San Francisco's done since. San Francisco traded out, and then they traded back in to get into the 6.
Yes.
So when they traded out, you're like, all right, Jimmy's their dude. They're giving Miami the 3. That's it.
Yeah, but what if they're just trading back in to get like Najee Harris
Well, wait.
or Pitts?
But that's
Not that high.
But this is what I'm going to say. Yes, it is.
I hope Najee Harris falls. If the Broncos can't pull off a trade for Wilson or Watson, I hope he's there.
But Joey,
But
when
this
was the last time a top 3 running back worked out? Like what? Saquon?
Yeah.
Saquon hasn't really worked
Saquon's-
out.
No, exactly. He's been hurt too
Zeke.
much.
They just
Zeke.
haven't won anything, but Zeke.
Zeke is like your one instance.
AP.
He wasn't a top 3.
He was 7.
He was 7. Yeah, you're right.
You start getting end of the first.
That's what I'm saying.
End
9.
of the top
That's why I
10.
think
Fine.
9 is a
Yeah,
fine
9.
spot to
If
take a
Najee
running
get
back.
drafted at 9, great
Listen,
spot for him.
the Niners don't need a running back. They don't.
So what do you think? I mean, they got
This
Kittle.
is my
Do you think
thought
they go
on
after Pitts and they go for the double tight end?
No, because John Lynch said it earlier today or late last night. He said
They're getting a quarterback.
they're gonna take a quarterback.
Yes,
he already
and, this,
said it.
and that's what I was
Okay,
just
so
going to say.
then Garoppolo's
They're gonna,
gone then.
Garoppolo's not necessarily gone this year. He's not.
Yeah, but isn't there a financial incentive for him to be gone by June 1st this year?
Before June 1st.
Before June
That's what I'm
1st.
They
saying.
still take a hit, but then
But it's significantly
June
less.
1st, his
June
contract's
1st is
guaranteed
like
for the year.
$31 million.
Yeah.
26.
yeah, but it's guaranteed.
Yeah.
Right,
No,
it
that's
becomes-
what I'm saying.
that
June
comes
1st,
guaranteed.
that's his money.
Right, but if they get rid of him, it's only like $13 million or something they're on the
But-
hook for,
Of
right?
course.
But
No.
this
So they
is
saved literally
listen
fucking
to my
half of
thoughts
that
now.
money.
This is how it's going to work for San Francisco. At least this is what I believe from everything that I've been reading and hearing. Whatever.
Okay.
They're going to draft a quarterback.
Yes.
Garoppolo is almost
We're going
essentially.
into the darkness.
This is essentially his
to the dark.
Ryan Fitzpatrick moment.
Yep.
He's going to start the season as the starter.
Yep.
They're going to roll him out 3 games.
Yep.
Week, I think 9 is their bye week. I want to say.
Sure.
I want to say it's week 9. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's week 9. They're going to roll out Jimmy for 3 weeks. See how their team looks. If they're 3-0, they're riding out with Garoppolo. If they're 1-2, they're already kind of like, all right, let's see what happens by week 6. If they're 2-1, they're going to ride it out. Next 3 games, if they have a losing record, Jimmy's gone.
Yeah.
Week 8's the trade deadline.
$26 million guaranteed.
But when he's traded, you could work it where
How
I
you gonna
eat
trade him?
half,
How you gonna
you
trade
eat
him?
half.
You can't trade him. He has a no trade clause written into his contract.
Oh, yeah? The Patriots like, hey, we'll still give you that 3rd round.
He would go to the Patriots because
So if the Patriots went just like this,
the Patriots would.
I'm still
I
going to
just
give
think he's
you
coming here,
my
I
3rd
really
round
do.
next year.
But
for
Jimmy,
Garoppolo.
apparently the rumor is Jimmy has okayed like 2 or 3 teams tops,
Of course, yeah, the Patriots.
and then 2 other teams, which whoever.
Oh, Bears.
What do you think?
Saints.
The Bears.
honestly, I'm gonna say the Patriots.
He's like from
I'm gonna
there.
say the Patriots,
Sean,
the
he's like
Falcons,
from
and the
Chicago.
Saints.
He's from
Not Chicago,
Chicago.
but
You're
Illinois,
right.
whatever.
He's from Illinois. You're right. Okay.
All right.
Fair
Well,
enough.
I'd say the Patriots, the Saints, and
I don't think he's going to the Saints. I don't think the
And,
Saints.
Saints
I
aren't
don't think the
interested.
Saints would be interested.
what was the one that I just said? I said Patriots, Saints, and somebody. You guys are
Falcons.
fucking me out.
Chicago.
Atlanta.
No, he's not going to Atlanta.
I think he would.
Why?
Inside a dome, good stadium.
but
Like
they have Matt
Arthur
Ryan.
Blink's
Why would
got
Atlanta want him?
Matt Ryan's last year is in Atlanta is right now. This is
Okay,
it for
so why
Matt
would they
Ryan.
want Jimmy?
He's a
Yeah,
younger
that's a
version
shit
of
ton
Matt
of money
Ryan.
together.
Really?
I'll tell you right now, bro. If Matt Ryan's available, I'll fucking take him in Denver. Shit.
I don't know,
Like
man.
37?
You're gonna see a huge regress from Matt Ryan this year. I could feel it.
Well, he has to play 17 games. Let's see how he goes.
Guy, his arm was already falling apart last year.
Dude, these players are so pissed off about this.
Oh, you see Alvin Kamara?
yeah, Alvin Kamara.
Alvin Kamara was just like, yeah, I'm gonna quit.
Alvin Kamara shit was like, he's like, I would have asked for more money. Like,
Yeah.
this wasn't promised to me.
Joey,
He says he lost money. Which he
Yes, Pat.
I have an insane question for you. If you were GM of the Broncos and someone said to you, Joey, if you trade for Watson, you might get suspended for a year. Would you still trade for him?
Depending on what we're giving up, hell yeah.
Wait a
I
minute.
think if that's the case, then you're giving up
If you're
a maximum of a third, but most
Yeah,
likely
if
a
you're
fourth
giving
round
up
pick.
peanuts for him, sure.
Yeah.
Listen, I will do the old Larry Bird rule, and I'll give up a year of eligibility for one player to get him for the next.
Sure, why not?
I'd give a
Yeah.
second.
I actually I had this
I think
conversation
a
with
second's
somebody.
high.
I think actually I had this conversation with myself yesterday while I was at the gym, and I
With
said,
himself while he was
and I said,
drinking
you know,
vodka at
and I
3
was,
a.m. texting me and Sean.
no, I was at the gym. I was doing I had back day yesterday, and I feel good by the way. I'm back in the gym. I've gained like 8 pounds, 9 pounds.
Can we stop
back.
saying back?
Pun
All right,
intended.
as mine's just sitting here like.
Well, my back's still a little fucked up, but anyway. But I'm back in the gym. I'm lifting heavy. I did shoulder presses.
I'm feeling
on
so good.
Sunday.
Actually, it's a little fucked up.
Dude, shoulder press 225 for 10, no problem.
Nice.
I was just like, what?
Standing?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I was just like, and not OHPs from behind the neck. Well, yeah, OHPs, but from behind the neck. But it was great. It felt great. Like my, this little bone right here is super sore from where the bar landed a bunch of times. But anyway, I was having this conversation with myself at the gym yesterday, and I said, okay, I'm like, in my head, I'm weighing the options. What would you give up for Deshaun Watson based on how many games he could potentially be suspended for and how
Yeah.
this whole thing plays out? So I was doing the math in my head, and the first question was, okay, the answer is yes, he's going to be suspended. Are you still trading for him? Absolutely. Now
Wow,
you start to worry about what the compensation would be. Okay, so we saw, what was it? It was 3 first-rounders or
Yeah.
3 first-rounders the Bears asked for or offered to Seattle for Wilson.
No, it was 2 first-rounders.
I thought it was 3 first and 2 starters.
Two
was
first
three
and a
fir- no.
third, I thought.
It was 3 first, a third, and 2 starters.
Damn.
Being Kyle Fuller and Akeem Nicks.
Okay.
That was the base package, which, I mean, obviously Kyle Fuller they cut the next day. They didn't think very highly of Kyle Fuller. So the level of the starter, not that great. Who's got the phone next to the...
I just moved all my stuff. It's still doing it. It's probably your phone.
My phone's way over there.
Now,
Anyway.
when you touch that, it went away.
There you go.
Yeah, see?
Okay. So I'm looking at this thing in terms of what the compensation is going to be and what you're going to have to give up to get him and how long you're going to lose him for. If you're going to lose him for 6 games, I'm still okay with giving up not this year's first, but a future first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if he's going to be suspended, I think this year's the 9th overall pick is off the table.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Because you're not going to give up a 9th overall pick for a guy that's only going to be able to help you for maybe 2/3 of the season.
But Watson's 25.
That's the thing. He's 25.
25.
But would I still give up like 2 future firsts and I don't even know.
Well, see,
A
I
third?
think
Sure.
this is my thing as a GM. How many first-round draft picks have you wasted in your entire GM career?
Too many.
Exactly.
Well,
so if I can give up
that
2,
goes for every
like,
GM.
Like this is
Yes.
what I say all the time. Like if I can give up 2 questions for a 1
Yep.
guaranteed, I'm fucking giving up the 2 questions for my guaranteed answer.
yeah, but it depends
In
because
likely his prime.
what if that question turns out to be the answer?
What if the answer? But listen.
But what if you're the
that's
GM,
not,
right?
But that's not a risk that I have to fucking take because I know the answer's right in front of me.
Right, but you might think that you have the answer, but you don't. What if the answer is what if the guarantee is Jay Cutler, but the upside is Pat Mahomes? Because
Watson's
let's not
closer
forget
to the Mahomes
because
side, so you kinda-
let's not forget the Chicago Bears could have had Deshaun Watson or Pat Mahomes, and they chose Mitchell Trubisky.
Kissing titties.
So they didn't. Not only did they not go with a sure thing with that pick, which they probably could have given up to get any number of decent starters throughout the league at that time. Maybe not decent, but
We can play that game too, just like the whole
But I'm
DK
just saying-
shit and all the other
Right,
crap.
but I'm
Like,
just saying, like
Michael
yeah.
Jordan was the 3rd pick of the draft. Like I mean, we can go through
But
it
I'm
for
just-
all kinds of drafts.
What I'm
against-
saying, what you
Holy
but
shit.
You
some
didn't know that, Pat?
sometimes
No.
it's better.
Oh,
to
yeah,
roll,
he was 3rd.
Yeah, sometimes it's better to roll the dice.
I get what you're saying, Joey, but I'm saying me as a person, right? I have 2 cans of rehab, right? This one right here, I know is full. I know hasn't been drinking. These are covered. I have no idea. I'm taking the full one.
Right, but what if
I could get 2 for 1, or I can get 2 empties. I don't know.
One could be filled with piss.
Yeah.
But I'm taking the guaranteed one that I know right here is in front of me that I'm going to enjoy.
right? But if that
I'm taking the 25-year-old stud quarterback that I know I can have for 10 years if I can make it work.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
right, no. I'm
If-
not saying in this case. that
Patrick
you're-
Mahomes signed a 10-year deal, did he not?
But Keith, the problem with the Deshaun Watson thing is back to Pat's point. What if he's suspended for 8 games
I'm
or 10
fine.
games?
I'm still fine with missing 8
right,
games
I
to
understand
have my
that,
guy
but
for
you're not.
7
But
years.
you're not going as a GM. You're not going to give up 3 firsts, a third,
I'm
and 2
not giv- no,
starters
no.
for a guy who's missing 10 games the first year you're going to
The
have
preface
him.
was I'm not giving up 2 future first-round picks, and I said, yes, I am.
No, I said
throw away
that.
for the
That's
Broncos.
exactly what I
That's what
just
you
said.
You said no.
Drew Lock.
Yes,
I said
no.
yes.
I said I would
Joey,
still
what if
do
they
it.
build Drew Lock's
I thought your whole side was like, no, I wouldn't do it.
No, I said
wouldn't do it.
I said if he's getting suspended this year, if he's getting suspended, the 9th overall pick right now is off the table. But future first rounders, I'm okay with.
Okay, all right, Pat. What was your question? I'm sorry.
What if they do that trade, Joey, for the number 9 pick, thinking they can build up Drew Luck's trade value over the first 8 games or something?
No, because everybody knows you're going to have to trade him then.
Okay, good point.
You know what I mean? Because you've got Watson, so they know, okay, you might keep Locke, but you're not.
I mean, they technically don't have to trade Locke because he's still on the cheap.
True. They could keep
could
him on
be
the
a
bench and
backup,
he could
and
ride
he's
the
a cheap.
pine, and that'd be fine. But
And then all it takes is that one phone call from a fucking GM that's desperate. Be like,
And
hey,
in that
about this
situation,
Locke kid.
it would work out because it's not one of those situations where if you have 2 quarterbacks, you have none, because Deshaun Watson is the clear starter when he
Correct.
comes back.
Yeah.
Everybody
It's not
knows
the Trubisky and Foles thing. Like,
Right.
who's playing?
who's really the quarterback here. You know what I mean? So you've got that going for you if you're Denver in that regard. But no, look, I like what Denver's approach to this offseason has been. They've built a disgustingly nasty defense. They've revamped the offense a little bit. They've gone out and they've got good players.
And if they have the pick that they have, I think they can get somebody great on the offensive line.
Listen, I'm not even looking to say great on the offensive line, dude. I like our offensive line. I like Cushionberry. Bowles has come along.
This
offensive
draft
line
has
is
some
nice.
Serious linemen.
I
right
would
though.
love
Thick mass.
Yo, that boy thick.
love to see Najee Harris in Denver.
Yeah, but
Najee Harris at number 9 right now is my ideal pick because you think about it. You got Cortland Sutton coming back. Granted, it's off a knee injury. You've got Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton, KJ Hamler. The wide receivers are
Noah
set.
Fant.
You've got Noah Fant. You've got Oba, whatever. I don't even know how the fuck you pronounce his last name. Is the second tight end who proved to be a great pass-catching tight end last year. The offensive line, Obenwenyu, is that what it was? Obenwenyu? No, that was your offensive line, isn't it?
no, that's
No,
Onyu.
Onyu is
Onyu.
mine.
Onyu. his
Obenwenyu.
guy.
Yeah, it was like
Oh
Obahala
Lord!
You have a G in yours.
And a
Yours
B.
is Onyu.
Ogbowenyu.
and a J. Yeah.
Ogbowenyu.
Ogbowenyu.
Right, but he turned out to be a really good player.
Sure.
So anyway, my point, Pat, is what I'm getting is I would like to see Denver go number 9. I'd like to see them go with a playmaker. And don't quote me on this yet, but we might have a draft special.
Yes, I hope so.
Also, if Joey drafts Najee Harris, that'd be a real insult because the player he should want is Micah Parsons. Just do yourself a favor and just look him up.
I know who he is.
See, I like Travis Etienne myself.
That's
Etienne's
fine.
nice.
I mean, the only reason why I like Etienne, he's a pass catcher as well.
See, I think Micah Parsons could be a special linebacker. Like special.
Oh no, he
special.
could.
Like
He very well could.
Like Patrick.
No, he very well could.
Patrick
I like
Willis.
What I'm saying,
linebackers.
if you're looking at a running back, I understand Harris is like the Najee Harris.
I'm trying.
I
I'm
like
gonna look up his,
Travis better.
his numbers real quick.
I think the total package of Travis is more Todd Gurley game with Saquon Barkley size.
Yeah, but the only thing I love Alabama players. I really do.
6'3", 245. Like he's a beast. Don't get me wrong.
Oh,
No,
Parsons?
he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is a
I
monster.
like Micah
He's
Parsons.
Patrick Willis part
Look
2.
up Etienne's size.
But we have
look at his dimensions.
Alexander already. We have Alexander in the middle. I like our linebackers.
Von Miller's getting older. Von
Miller's getting older, but Bradley Chubb is there.
I'm telling you, you want that linebacker that can do it.
Well, the
all.
guy that's going to take over for Von Miller.
You
Right,
want
but
the
you-
guy that can do it all.
Listen, a 6'3", I'm gonna tell you right now, just speaking strictly through experience, a 6'3", 245-pound linebacker is doing nothing except playing at best outside linebacker in some instances and most inside. He's not a pass rusher. He's not going to come off the edge. He's not
But
going to
like
be
Sean just said, Patrick
Dupree.
Willis. Patrick Willis wasn't an edge pass rusher, but
Patrick Willis was a fucking Ray Lewis clone. He was a middle linebacker.
was a
He
middle
bore
Wasn't he
his
linebacker.
bread.
6'3"?
yeah, he was.
Patrick Willis was like 6'2", 250, yeah.
All right, so there we go.
Well,
I mean,
Right,
that's
and
what Sean was
that's
saying.
fine,
is
but
Patrick
I'm
Willis.
saying they've got Alexander on the cheaper than they have
That's fine.
for
I
Micah
just,
Parsons. I'm just saying from a need standpoint, I like Parsons as a player. I think he's phenomenal.
Well, you lost
And
Lindsey.
Penn State, yeah, Lindsey's gone.
So you have Melvin. Who's your running backs? Melvin Gordon and
Right now it's Melvin
Melvin
Gordon.
Gordon.
Oh, it's just Melvin Gordon.
And,
Lindsey
I
got
didn't
signed.
I didn't realize everybody else was off contract.
No, Melvin
I thought
Gordon.
you still had what's his name there for one more year.
Royce.
Yeah, the 5'9".
Royce the 5'9".
I mean, he's no one's going with him, so he's there. You can get him still.
I thought he had 1 year left. So I mean, if that's the case, and you're looking running back, I would definitely go Etienne over Harris.
Yeah, they'd have right now they've got Melvin Gordon, Royce Freeman, Levante Bellamy.
I'm not a big running backs guy.
I know you're not, but I'm saying if he's so dead set on a running back, I think Etienne's the
You remember how everyone felt about Clyde Edwards-Helaire?
coming out.
Yeah. And then he got drafted to the Chiefs, and everyone was like, "Oh my God,
This
his
is gonna
dick
be great.
is so hard."
And now
he
the
was like,
now the Chiefs are like looking to move on from him. Like,
yeah, the Chiefs are
Well,
like,
he's really small.
hold on, before we go on
That's
our
what
own
she said.
tangents, Pat, do you have anything else you wanted to add, buddy? I'm sorry, we kind of
No, I love the show. Bring back bring back rap trivia, and I hope you guys have a draft night show.
All right, we will. Pat,
you
I'm gonna
guys,
do everything I can to make that work for you, buddy.
All right, you guys have a great week. I'll be listening.
Thanks,
All right,
Pat.
Later, boys.
Later, brother.
Thanks, Pat.
So just to go back to your point at the end and all in the draft talk, like, look, there's an ask for every seat, right? Every team's got different needs. Right now, the Broncos' biggest need is obviously it's at quarterback because for now you have a question mark at quarterback right now with Drew Lock.
But you sit at 9.
At 9, you're
not getting
a
a quarterback that's better than Drew Lock.
You're not getting Fields. You're not getting Mack. You're not getting
Maybe.
Lawrence.
Maybe. I think there's a lot of draft bullshit smoke
Not
right
even getting
now.
Wilson.
None of those guys are falling past the top 5. None of them are getting past.
One is.
One will get past the 5.
No,
One is. It might be the first time ever that the first 4 picks are all quarterbacks.
Well, you got Lawrence 1.
Fields. It's between.
You think Wilson's going to go 3?
No, Wilson's 2 to the Jets. Wilson is almost guaranteed to be.
You just said
to the
Lawrence Fields.
Oh, did I? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you said Lawrence Fields.
I meant Wilson is to the Jets.
Lawrence, Wilson,
3
Fields.
3 is the first thing with the 49ers. 3 could be Mac Jones or Fields. Nobody knows.
No,
or Trey Lance.
the Niners are 6.
So the Jags
Niners are
obviously
3 now.
the
No, the
Jaguars
Niners
are
traded the 3 to the Dolphins.
yes.
No, the Dolphins traded 3 away to the 49ers.
Yeah, the Niners are at 3 now.
Oh, that's right.
It was the
I thought
Eagles.
I thought it was the opposite.
No. The Eagles.
Oh, no,
were-
the Eagles and
were
the Dolphins
6,
traded.
And the Dolphins
yeah,
traded
All
back
right.
up
yeah,
to
that's
6.
true. I'm sorry.
So the Dolphins traded from 3 back to what? 12?
12
and then
up to
and then
6.
back
6.
up to 6.
Yeah. Because
So-
the Dolphins at 6 know they can get the wide receiver from Alabama.
No, they don't even want him. They want Jamar Chase.
Oh,
But
okay.
here's
All right.
here's my point. The Broncos are not getting a quarterback in the first round.
You might get
Because
Mac
you've got-
Jones or Fields.
No,
technically.
no, because
You
you've got
think so?
you've got Carolina.
At 9?
Yeah.
You got Carolina
They're looking for a quarterback.
at 8. They're looking for a quarterback. Detroit could be looking for a quarterback to pressure
no,
Goff.
they
No.
just rework Goff.
Right,
Goff's
but they
there.
they got 2 first-round picks. They don't care about Goff. Goff's not their guy. They just
No,
they
he,
got,
they said
They-
hethey, their guy.
No, listen.
okay. Yeah,
I know.
everybody's their guy until he's not.
They
right?
gave him a 4-year guaranteed deal.
Right, but that doesn't mean shit, Keith, until we look at the language in the contract.
No,
And if he's-
the guaranteed that's
trade,
his money.
If they trade him the fuck away, who cares? Then it doesn't matter. It's not their problem.
You got to look at the
Miami,
dead money that they got.
Miami at 6 now.
They're
You've
not
got,
getting a quarterback.
with Tua. They're not going quarterback.
Atlanta
Cincinnati,
probably
Joe
could-
Burrow, no.
Atlanta could be a quarterback.
potentially. But then you've got San Fran, the Jets, and the Jags. So there's 3 quarterbacks gone in the first 4 picks right there,
Yes.
in my opinion.
Unless Atlanta trades out.
And I don't.
Which you're like,
I would not
please.
doubt. I would not doubt if you saw Philadelphia move back up to where they were. If they,
No,
if,
I don't think
to
so.
jump ahead of Denver or one of those teams that could potentially Carolina get back up to 7 if they could work a deal out with Detroit. Hey, Detroit, we know you got Goff. Okay. We want to get to number 7 because we want to take the Fields or whoever's
No, they don't
whoever's
want
left sitting there
no.
at 7.
See, this is where you're wrong. They're not doing that because they want Hurts to succeed this year.
Not really.
They don't want Hurts to come in with another guy right behind him that's in the same boat
Who's,
as him.
who's the coach of the Eagles now?
Oh, what's his name? Fucking weird name.
They're going a totally different offense again.
He had the fucking.
Oh my
weird-
God, what the fuck's his
weird
name?
Fucking press conference. Made Adam
No,
Gase-
that's Detroit.
no. This guy made Adam Gase and Dan Campbell.
You're talking about the dude that's like, we're gonna bite him on our way
That's
up.
Campbell.
That was Campbell in
Yeah.
Detroit.
Yeah, but this guy made it look worse.
Yeah, there was a couple of very
Nick
crazy-
Sirianni.
Sirianni. All right.
Sirianni's press conference. Go watch Sirianni's introductory conference.
It's a little
There's a reason why, Dan Campbell, biting kneecaps was all fun and well. It was a good soundbite. Sirianni's press conference was like, what the fuck? It made Adam Gase and Campbell and PC Principal look like, yeah, these guys are normal.
By the way, is Adam Gase anywhere?
I think he's an OC somewhere.
I don't think
don't
he signed
think he
anywhere.
I thought he got signed as an OC or like an assistant bench coach or some shit.
But I got to really get down to it because I only have a few weeks left before the draft actually hits. But
He's currently nowhere.
Oh no shit.
I really think that this is
Sean
gonna be,
wants him in New England.
I do. I still want him in New England.
I know you do.
100%. But now, the more you see Belichick everywhere he goes this offseason, not to get into a Patriots subject, but you see Josh McDaniels with Belichick everywhere, every pro day.
Oh, so it's back to that.
I think
that,
Josh
that
McDaniels.
duo?
I think Josh McDaniels is going to be the next Patriots head coach. I think.
Well, wasn't that Kraft's plan? No, you don't go to Indianapolis.
Yeah, but they said no, that's not going to actually happen. And I
Yeah,
said,
but this was the plan all along.
I
Yeah.
know, and it pisses me off because Josh McDaniels really pissed me off a lot. Because I think maybe he could be a good coach.
If you think he pissed you off, why don't you go talk to an Indianapolis Colts fan?
Yeah, I know.
Well, a Denver Broncos guy.
But I think if he's a good coach, I mean, great. But I think he's been a crappy OC.
Hey, I'm Mike Shanahan. I've won 2 Super Bowls, and I'm one of the best offensive minds in the whole wide world. You know what I would not do if I overtook this team? I would not touch the offense. I'd rebuild the defense, retool the special teams. But this offense with Jay Cutler and Brandon Marshall and Eddie Royal, I would leave this shit right the fuck alone. What's Josh McDaniels' first line of business?
Get out of here.
Fire everybody!
So I don't know. So Belichick and him are everywhere.
You got
They
your
did
Tebow.
pictures all today with Saban and fucking everybody. I mean, that's just. It feels like
They
Josh
were fucking everybody.
Guys,
oh my
we
God.
are less than 2 hours away from Kong versus Godzilla battle.
You're gonna be all repped up.
I'm gonna see it tomorrow.
We're gonna be getting live videos. And Joey just screaming in his living room.
No, I'm gonna watch it right here because I'm gonna watch it on my Xbox because I have my Turtle Beaches because I can't wake the wife up.
Oh, good. Good
Oh,
job.
oh, you can't wait to wake up? So you're stomping on the ground and screaming at the top of your lungs won't
Right
wake her up?
now it's 10:15. She's just barely gone to bed. That's fine. She's
Joey
putting
is gonna
something
go in
to
the
sleep.
shower, paint his whole body gray, with a giant blue streak down his back. Not because he's a chicken or anything like that, because of the Godzilla tail. And then Joey's going to reenact the scenes of
I'm just gonna come up
Sean,
here. I'm just gonna be
listen.
LARPing it.
What we have to do is we have to, like, circle around the block, wait, like, a little bit, come back and kill his
I know. That's me in the gorilla suit. Where's that? Where's that?
No. You can do it from the front. Cut the wire! Cut the wire!
Sean running away from my house in a gorilla costume, yelling "World Star." I'd be like, you know what?
I'm not even going to shoot him.
I ain't even mad.
And
I just pick up my phone and sign into HBO Max that way. And be like, okay, now I got to watch up my nice Bose headphones instead. That way.
And then I get
Is what it be, yo. Is what it be.
I couldn't see him. He was wearing a black suit.
Joey Fats Radio, row 1, seat 1, 774-992-8702. That's the phone number if you want to get at us. If you want the audio only stream, you can get that on Mixler.com. I pinned the link at the top of the feed. mixlr.com/Joey-Fats. I enjoy it. I see people using it. People are getting it, and they're using it. That makes me happy because it's a way to listen to the show without having to watch the Facebook Live video. I hate watching, like, it took YouTube how long before you could, like, YouTube would just minimize in the bottom of your phone, like in the corner?
Well, you have to be a Red member, don't you?
No.
No, they have some new app now.
No. Use the YouTube app, and you're watching, like, I'll watch, like, Louder with Crowder or whatever on YouTube.
No, I think they have, like, YouTube Music now. It's like a separate app or something.
Oh,
like
that's
that.
a separate thing.
No,
Yeah.
but the second I try to get away from YouTube, it shuts down. It only minimizes on my screen if I stay on YouTube.
Get with Android, bro. Get with Android. I can go on YouTube. Watch. I'll show you.
No,
I can go on YouTube, right? And I can pull up a video. And as soon as I go, like, I click out of it. Let's see. What can I watch?
Hot dog.
All right, let's put on this Dale Jr.
Put on I Like Bukkake on your phone.
And, yeah, okay, we'll do that.
Whoa. In 1964, what
See?
happened?
See how it plays in the bottom?
Yeah. That's
Right there,
nice.
Keith? See that?
Is that a new phone?
This is the Note 5.
Yeah, I don't have a new phone. My phone's old.
Yeah, so
It doesn't matter. It's the app. But no, you can get it. It'll just minimize right in the bottom. So you don't have to worry about that. And now next week, Monday, when we have our show, that will be live on YouTube as well as Twitch, Facebook, and all the other outlets. We will be able to, you'll be able to do that too. So you'll have Mixler. So you'll have multiple different ways to get and reach us. Obviously, every show that we do is on Spotify within an hour or so.
Ish.
After the show ends, you'll be able to get it on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
podcast.
Apple Podcasts as well. So get at us on that. Make sure you give us a like and a share as well. Facebook still, unfortunately, it's our biggest engine right now that's driving us.
For now.
For now, you cock, you zuck. But anyway, what else did we want to get into tonight? We talked about Deshaun Watson. Oh, let's get into the 17-game season.
Okay.
Let's dabble in that because that was the other major announcement.
Players be pissed, man.
Players be pissed, and I don't really understand why players be pissed because for the reason being the way it's going to work out contractually, like for money, and for this year, I don't know how it's going to go going forward. I'm sure it'll be reworked going forward because obviously we're going to have 17 games. We are only going to have 3 preseason games now.
Correct.
Which is, thank God, that's 10 years too late. The other thing that's 20 years too late is Monday Night Football is now going to allow for flex scheduling.
And doubleheaders.
That's the worst.
A Monday Night doubleheader sucks, dude.
Dude, we live on the East Coast. That benefits fucking no one. The East Coast is a majority of ratings for the NFL, and they just fuck over their fans so often. How many Californians are being
Because they're trying to get the West Coast to watch fucking football.
Yeah, because in California,
So we have not 1, but 2 games for you assholes to watch.
Hey, guys, did you know we can go to our local burrito joint and we can watch 2 football games? And they're like, nah, because we're not going to do it.
We're going to watch surfing.
Shaka brah. Yeah, no, I agree with you, Sean. I don't understand the point of the doubleheader thing, but the flex scheduling thing, I am fully on board with. And then the other thing was the 17-game season. Now, 17 games, it became official today.
Yep.
The NFL is going to have 17 games. And, for example, the Patriots this year in their 17th game, Week 18, they will be playing the Dallas Cowboys.
Not official, by the way. That was the added game, but that game could be actually placed anywhere between weeks 4 and 17.
Okay, so that's all fine
Yeah,
and
so
well.
it might get flexed depending on record.
Could be flexed, but depending on what makes the most sense. But again, the one thing I will say about this, and listen, I'm just going to lead this off by saying I fucking hate the idea of 17 games. I hate it.
Yep.
I'm saying it right now. Every single record that was set in 2020
awful
prior, that is the record. Peyton Manning's 55 touchdowns, it'll never be broken. That record will never be broken.
Well, all right.
Same thing for the Patriots, too. I feel
if
good.
You're going to say that, then there's a bunch of Dolphins fans that are like blah, 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 blah.
No.
14-game season, 12-game season, blah, blah, blah.
100% promote the shit out of that because they are correct. They are the undefeated season. Absolutely. The Patriots were going to be the only 16-0 team.
16-0, not – there's – right. 16-0.
Regular season. That's it.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, I don't even count that. If you don't win it all, you didn't go undefeated. You lost one game. It doesn't matter.
No, regular season. I'm saying like minuscule one-off stats like that are going to be cemented now. They lost it. They're not the Dolphins at all. The Dolphins have every right to promote their 14-0
look at Marino.
season.
All the shit that Marino says, his record stood with less games being played.
Yes.
Marino's no.
Marino had 16 games.
No, the very beginning, I thought he didn't.
84.
Oh yeah, 84. Yeah,
games.
he did. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Never mind.
He threw 48 in 16 games.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning threw 49, or he tied Marino in actually.
It was
14
games.
He broke
14
it in 15.
games.
15.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Both times Manning broke the touchdown record. He did it in the 15th
15.
game. No.
Well,
the
game
15th
15.
game.
Because in week 14 he had always tied it, and in week 15 he broke it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in 2000
or game 15.
No, 2004 he tied and broke it in the same game against the Chargers.
Okay.
At home and that was week 16.
Yep, Brady did it week 17.
Then they sat him for week 17.
Because week 17, 2004, they were on the road at Denver, and Peyton Manning went out. He took 3 snaps, and that was it. Jim Sorgi was in. 2015, Manning broke it in Houston. Remember, we were at we went out to lunch that day, didn't we?
Which time?
At what was that steakhouse out in Swansea for somebody's birthday?
What, Ken's? Kent Steakhouse?
Umi's.
Yeah, Japanese steakhouse.
Yeah.
Okay.
We went out there and we were out there. No. That wasn't that day. Never mind. That was the day the Patriots played the Texans in Houston. But anyway, I remember going there. But no, Peyton Manning broke that. That was, again, the 15th game of the season.
Okay.
So both times Peyton has broken the touchdown record, whatever it was, he's done it in Week 15. Week 16 in Week 17 or 16th game in 2004, he didn't pad any stats because they already knew they were locked into the 2 spot. They had Denver coming to town the following week, and then Peyton Manning iced them with 5 touchdowns, and they beat the brakes off of Rock Alexander. 2015, he broke the record against Houston. Mm-hmm. If you remember correctly, Julius Thomas caught the record breaker. Mm-hmm. And his 50th touchdown. And he threw one more after that to Eric Decker, I believe it was. And then he went through 4 more in Week 17 against Oakland because they just kept it rolling. That being said, every record that's ever been set, single season, as far as I'm concerned, I will never look at another touchdown record ever again and say, Yeah, that's legit.
So here's the shit part of today's announcement. How many years has it been since the last time games were adjusted in the NFL?
When they went from 14 to 16?
Yes.
I want to say
Was that 78?
78 or 79.
Okay, so let's just call it 78 to make it a
Let's
nice
call
even
it
number.
80.
Okay.
Let's call it 80. So it's been 30. It's been 41 years. Okay.
I'll double check for you right now.
Yeah, we'll just say it's been 41, 42 years. Okay. 42 years of that. Well, that's 42 Super Bowls. That's majority of the Super Bowls that have been played, almost every single one. And then on top of it, you're talking about just a plethora of history and stats of being gone over. Now you're going to have 17 games for a few years. And I say that because the NFL has already said they're going to go to 18 games in a few years.
1978 was the first year of the 16 games.
Hey, I feel good about myself. So it's been 43 years. So why are we doing 17 games when we know in 3 to 4 years we're switching over to 18 games? Why? You're going to have this weird gap of 17 game seasons for no fucking reason.
Because you got to ease the players into it. Because
Okay.
like he said, and you guys alluded to earlier, the players are pissed about this.
They are.
They lose money because they view their paycheck as a per game. When they divide it up, they're like, I get paid this much per game.
Right, but you know what the pay scale that came out was, right?
I did not know. Tell
So
me.
what the payers will be paid this year for the 17th game is 1/17 of whatever their salary is.
How does that affect the salary cap, though?
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
It
This
doesn't
year it
go
doesn't.
against the cap.
So it will start next year.
Next year, it depends. Now, I don't know. I don't know how they're going to work that out. But all I know is, as of right now, this year, that 17th game that you play, if you are on the roster, you will earn for that one game 1/17 of whatever your
Yeah, so it's a game check.
overall. Not necessarily. Could be
Not
more.
necessarily. It could be more, but
It'll
It's essentially
it
a
could be more,
game
but
check.
it's essentially a game check.
Yeah.
It'll be 1/17 of whatever their salary is. So if you make $100,000 a year, for math's sake, whatever that is divided by, well, let's say $151,000, $151 million
Why don't you say
contract,
170,000?
or 151, because that's 17
Okay.
divided by 3.
Okay.
17 million divided by that, you know what I mean, so on and so forth.
Gotcha.
So it would be whatever 1/17 of whatever your salary is.
Correct.
That's not really unfair. I mean, it's a pretty good bump in the paycheck. It's an extra check, and all you have to do is be on the roster. It doesn't say anything about you having to play.
yeah, right.
And there's really no incentive for the teams, because my first thought was, well, if I'm the team, I'm just going to start cutting guys week 16 or week 17 just to save money, but it doesn't go against the cap.
Oh, that's good.
Sean's like, ooh, I never thought of that.
That's really funny. The teams that are like 1 in 16, the first ever 1 in 16 team. Oh, I'm sorry, 1 in 15 team, and they're like, yo, we'll just start cutting guys. Who cares if we field the roster for next week? We don't have to pay anybody.
Facts. I mean, it is what it is. So, like, right, okay, so Thab, like, if it was 1/20th of your pay,
How about you do it easy? If you make $100,000 a year, you're getting 17 grand.
That's not.
No, actually,
not the
no,
right
that's
math.
not the right math. It'd be like 71.
If you do 170,000 and divide that by 10, then it's 17.
All right.
So then you'd get 17.
Well, it's not divided by 10. It's divided by 17.
What I just said. Oh, so it's 10,000.
hold on, let me just do this.
Yeah, it'd be 10,000.
Yeah, there you go.
Be 10,000.
You get $10,000 game check if you made 170,000.
Yes.
But
All right,
you
so
can't
if
make
you're,
that
so
little.
Aaron, so what's Pat Mahomes?
38
38
point something.
million.
All right, so he makes 38. So let's call it
Call
30
38.
38 million a
Divided
year,
by 17.
and we'll divide that by 17. My homeboy is looking at a $2.2 million game check.
Hey.
Sweet.
Showed up dabbing. Maybe he'll put some new bling on his child. I don't know.
By then, he'll have the child.
The child's already
The
born.
it's born already?
Dude,
Yeah.
his
Fuck, I'm
his
living under a rock.
his fiance has got to be just like loving life. Like, she probably cannot wait to sign those papers.
She already did.
No, the marriage paper, like official.
No, they signed like a prenup already and everything.
Stupid bitch.
No.
Oh, no, I'm sure it still worked in her favor.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
sure it did
pretty
too.
sure it worked in
Well,
her favor.
she's got his kid. Doesn't really matter at this point. She got you, bitched him.
She was like, yeah, I got my prenup, but that has nothing to do with Spawn.
Yeah, exactly. So
18 years. 18 years.
you drive off in a Hyundai.
No, 'cause it's up to 24.
Found out
it's
it wasn't
up to
his.
24 now.
It's only if you're in school full time.
No, you can be part-time in school.
Nope, full time student.
bullshit.
Full-time student.
Oh, I'm not seeing new rules. I thought it was even if they're.
There's no rules.
So if they're going to be a.
There's one rule.
So if they're going to be a fucking doctor, you're fucked.
Fucked.
There you go. Go for a doctor then.
If you're the kid, or if you're the kid's mom, then yeah.
You want to be a
Go
doctor.
go to medical school, please. I need these 6
You
more
want
years.
to be a laser space surgeon.
Yeah.
For the Space Force.
Space Force. Nah, that'll be gone. Biden will wipe that off the map. But anyway, yes, yeah, Thab. I know Kanye and Kim are done. I know it's crazy. I really thought.
Oh, wait, they really are done? I thought that was just like a shafas.
No, he banged a dude.
I really thought those 2 kids were gonna make it. Those crazy.
So you know what's going to happen
crazy
next?
kids.
It's going to be Kim and J-Lo.
So the 17-game season. Ooh, dude, Kim and J-Lo.
And you see how that went in Joey's ear? It was like, da-da-da-da-da. Oh, stop. Don't go out of the ear. Come back.
Whoa.
Come back.
Hold the phone.
I mean, that's what's going to happen, right? Because they're both just man-eaters. So, like, you know what? Girl power.
J-Lo's
Kim.
sure.
Huh?
J-Lo's sure.
Listen, Kim's done one
Listen,
sex tape.
J-Lo
already.
has the Thanos gauntlet. All right? J-Lo's literally just like, you see these? These ain't stones.
Just
These are
stop-
souls.
Stop with the
It's
Thanos.
6 rings. That's the only thing
It's
that's
so
going on.
fucking lame, dude.
Oh, shut up.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
all right, fine. She's saying, Shang Tsung, your soul is mine.
God, I hate you guys.
As this man watches Godzilla an hour and a half.
Yeah, but I'm not
Diddy.
sitting here like, yeah, my God, this is the best movie. Like, I'm not gonna stand up and cheer out of my fucking seat. I'm gonna sit here and
Yes,
watch
you
the movie.
will.
Bull!
No, I
I'm
will
going to hear
not.
you from my fucking house applauding and screaming like, oh, my God. I
First
can't
of
believe
all,
they fucking did
You
that.
cheered in the theater at the end of the second Godzilla movie.
No, I didn't.
Yes,
Oh,
you did.
here we go.
You
Here it goes.
lying piece of shit. Yes,
You
Uh-oh.
you
weren't
did.
even there.
Yes, I was.
No,
What?
you weren't.
Yes, I
Lord?
was.
I went to the IMAX theater with John, my brother, and both my brothers.
You went twice.
No,
Yes, you did.
no. What you're thinking of is we stayed for the stinger at the end of
Of Kong. Okay, we did see Kong together. It wasn't Godzilla, but it was a Godzilla teaser.
And
you
all-
cheered.
And all it was the roar, and I threw off my 3D glasses, and I went, "Fuck yeah!"
Was that not an extra loud cheer?
It was Godzilla's roar.
So there's going to be a
Wasn't
bunch of Godzilla's roar tonight.
Yeah, obviously. But I don't like. But do you see you saw the clip? You know what the clip I'm talking about, right? The clip of the theater where like Tony Stark sacrificed himself to the devil so that
Yep,
Thanos
that's
would
exactly
die.
what happened. Yep, Mephisto was
And
there.
everybody was like standing up in the theater like, yeah.
I did not.
I'm like,
nope, there was none of that for me.
Well,
You didn't see that?
That was like a midnight showing of like
I
diehards
didn't,
in like
I didn't stand up
LA.
and cheer.
yeah, fucking losers.
Hey, what do you think?
Straight
What do you think?
mouth
Me and
breathers,
Smaller were
dude.
there front row and center like that?
Yeah, but you weren't cheering. Like
There
that
was no
wasn't,
cheering.
Like, our area.
If anything, I was like, that sucked.
You hated that part?
Yep. I haven't watched it since.
Oh, shut up.
What?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. Because if we're talking about Avengers, I've never seen 1 minute of any of those
It's a
movies.
lie and
It's
you know it.
Avengers, not Avengers.
Avengers. Goddamn Avengers!
Tampons.
Tampon, Mom.
Gotta get your damn tampon.
Stop putting the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllables, okay?
Michael Myers, True Goat.
No, but the 17-game season thing, so the players are pissed off. They're getting paid handsomely. The records mean nothing anymore. People like Alvin Kamara, though, like, what do you really got to bitch about, dude? Like, you might not even, at that point, if you're on a good team,
He's probably not even gonna play.
most players on most good teams aren't going to have to worry about this.
True.
And the only thing that's going to be, one thing that'll be beneficial to players is if they sign their contract or they have a clause in their contract that has an incentive going into this year. I want to see if there's anything that there's any stipulation to, well, we signed you under the guides of 16 games, not 17, so that now nullifies that incentive. Like, for example, say like if the incentive is, okay, if you get 23 sacks in a season,
You get X amount of
you
dollars.
get $10 million guaranteed.
Oh, it took you 17 games to do it. Not happening.
Right. Is that a thing? That's a question I,
I mean,
would
there's
have.
probably going to be some language in a bunch of different contracts.
But if you're in a contract,
But here's the thing, though.
But
I
if
don't
you're-
think they
but-
could do that this year because this just came about and it's supposed to change nothing. So if it's week 17, you're at 21. Oh boy, you got that last game to get it done, partner.
but that's what I'm saying. Like, imagine
Exactly. Give me that
imagine-
Godzilla roar.
Imagine, imagine every single time I fucking watch the that Mountain Dew commercial with
Gizmo?
Gizmo. I
Oh
think of
hell
Sean.
yes, Hell yes.
Because
I laugh so much at that
I love that
I do
fucking
too.
commercial.
He's like, oh, don't feed it chicken. Have some Mountain Dew. He's doing like nut chicken.
Legit. Legit.
when it's just like, try. I'm like, oh my God, that's right. I forgot Gizmo only has one word answers. It's fucking mad. But every single time I think of that, I think of Sean because for whatever reason, Sean in my head is Gizmo. So, I don't know.
It makes noises like Jabba the Hutt. Anyway.
No, Salacious Crumb.
His Salacious Crumb in impersonations.
Dude, I love that little thing.
See?
That's all he does.
It's perfect.
Actually, I miss my calling do voiceover for like weird ass characters and shit.
Oh, this is Drunk Rob.
Drunk Rob? All right, I'm down with
You heard of Black Rob? This Drunk Rob.
Like, whoa. Joey Faz Radio.
Drunk Rob. Hey.
Hey, you quitting Stop and Shop for like the 15th time again, or what's up?
This is my 6th time leaving.
Nice.
Dude, he's been fired like 5 times. And he can't hide back.
No. I've been fired.
No.
No, it was at least twice.
I quit. No, I quit.
Wait,
I
you can't say
out,
I quit after
I gave my 2 weeks.
you go.
I got fired. And I think one time was like mutual, or no, this time I gave a 6
There's a
weeks
mutual
notice.
breakup in there. they gave him a card.
Rob has he has a very toxic relationship with Stop and Shop.
He does. I love it. Every time I see it, he's like, I'm going back. I'm like, why?
What year did you start at Stop and Shop?
What year?
94.
August of '73. No.
Damn.
I think it was August of 2011, like August 5th or something like that.
Jesus
Almost a
Christ,
10-year
Rob,
run.
No. It's been 10 years and you've it's like this is like a worst relationship you'll ever be
It's
a
like
part of in your life.
every other year he breaks up with Stop
And then
and Shop.
then to go back, he plays "Kiss from a Rose" by fucking Seal in the interview.
Okay. All right. I
It's so
called
funny
in
how
not
every
to
single
get
one-
shit on,
Listen,
but, hey, I'll take it,
no,
whatever.
Rob, we love
Rob,
you, man.
listen, we all serenaded you with different parts of the song. That was the
At
best
the
part
same
about
time.
it. Different parts of the song, 3 different voices.
It was like Peter Griffin. I can recite all 52 states in a quarter second.
Rob, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Hey, it is what it is. I didn't want to come back the last time, but I went shopping and 2 of the managers followed me around the store for 25 minutes.
Oh my God, they
They said,
shanked
"Do you
you.
want a
They
job?
got
Can you
you.
please come back? Can you please come back? We need help. Can you come? Can you come?" I'm like, "I'll come," but like,
Sean. So how much coming went
you
on?
both aren't attractive, but like,
So-
I'll do what I can.
So how much coming went on then?
Oh, dude, it was a lot. It was a lot.
This is the Deshaun
Took a
Watson
long
story.
time.
Right?
6 feet across the room.
Are there glazed donuts involved?
Oh, there's
Moss Donuts
several.
is returning.
Oh my God.
Big Shop glazed
Has
donuts.
returned.
They're frozen.
Oh,
If you want fresh food, go to Shaw's, guys.
Jesus.
I love it. Straight. This is a company man right here. Telling the
Let's be
fucking
real.
truth.
Shaw's Bakery fucks up Stop and Shop's Bakery.
Dude, I will look people dead in the face and say, "Hey, you got a better shot at finding this product at Shaw's on Kempton Street, Route 6, or
Listen.
Market Basket off of Cogsall.
I've worked with Rob
We
plenty
don't
of
carry
times.
this."
Rob at Thanksgiving was like the funniest asshole you ever be around. People would be like, "Yo, where's the Bell's seasoning?" And Rob's like, "I don't think we carry that." it's like the most common like ask for thing at Thanksgiving. And Rob's
Yo, where's the
like,
salt at? Yeah, we don't carry that no more.
Rob's like, "Yo, kosher salt? We don't got that."
We're in the aisle where
this
it's
is a
at.
white
It's
store.
right behind the customer, and I'm like, man, I don't know. I haven't heard of that product, to be honest
I
with
remember-
you. I've been here 6
I honestly,
years.
if I hit the lottery tomorrow, I would quit my job and then I would just go work in retail at random places for like 2 weeks.
Just
and
talk
be
shit.
a total dickhead.
Oh, listen, I've already stated
It's
it.
so far.
When I know I'm done with the car industry, oh man, I feel
So,
bad for that person that I
Rob,
unload
do you
on.
want to hear my like coupe de grace of Stop and Shop fuck you customer stories?
Dude, send it.
All right, so you'll appreciate this because you work there. So I was the meat department, right? So one night we there was this woman. So you know how in the meat department they break down the grinder to make hamburger.
Well, I've never worked in the bee department, but like, yeah, sure, keep going.
Yeah. So anyway, so there's the meat grinder that we use to grind down like whatever meat and make hamburger.
Oh, really? You grind down meat with a grinder? No fucking
Yeah.
way.
So, but it's this big, but it's like this
beats
big
me.
fucking machine. It's got like this hopper on it that's like 3 feet long, and you can put like all this shit.
hopper.
And it's a big fucking corkscrew, and like it's this huge thing, and you got to clean it. So every night at like 7 o'clock, that was the last thing you would do. You would take the fucking machine apart and clean the shit, right?
Yeah.
So like 8:30, dude. Like I was 4 to 9 at that point in the meat department, and I'm like,
Right.
8:30. This fucking bitch comes over and she's like, "Can you grind this roast for me?" And I'm like, "Oh no, man, I'm sorry. I'm like the machine's already broken down for the night. Like you got to do that, during usually typically like by like 5 o'clock." And she's like, "Well, I need this roast ground." I'm like, it's a sirloin roast that's about 85, the equivalent of 85-15 or even like 80-20,
Right.
depending on the fat content.
We have it on the shelf.
Here, it's right here, over here. And she's like, "No, I want this, and I want it trimmed." And I'm like, so I'm like, "I'm sorry, ma'am, I can't do that." So she huffs and puffs, right? 2 minutes later, one of the managers comes up to me and he's like, "Dude, can you put the fucking machine back together and grind this roast for this lady?"
I heard so.
I'm like,
No names.
Are you fucking kidding me? Dave Caton.
Sorry.
And I was like, "No." And he's like, "All right, I'll put it back together and do it, but you're going to have to clean it." And I'm like, "No, I'm not cleaning it again." And he's like, "Well, no, you're going to have to do that." And I'm like, "No, I'm not doing that." And he's like, "Dude, just please do me this favor." So I'm like, "All right, you know what?"
So it was a whole bunch of this, Sean.
Yeah. So I'm like, "You know what?" I'm like, "I'm going to do you this solid. I'm going to put this shit back together," right? So
For sure.
so I take the roast, I trim the fat off of it, right? And common practice in the meat department, and if you ever go to a supermarket, this is common practice.
Slap the meat.
When
Say,
you trim the
that
meat,
baby's
when you
fine.
trim the if you get a roast that has a big fat cap on it, like a sirloin, there's a big fat cap.
Oh yeah.
You trim the fat off, but you leave the original sticker on it, and then you just rewrap it.
Yep.
So the original price is still there, but you're losing, I don't know, a
Ounces.
quarter,
Eighth of a pound.
a quarter of a pound, maybe
Maybe less.
maybe a half a pound of fat. This fucking cunt goes over to produce, puts it on the scale, sees that it weighs up lighter than what is on the tag, comes back screaming at me, and I'm like, "Ma'am, that's what we do. Like, you paid for the roast, we trimmed it as you asked, but I'm like,
You're still paying for what was
I
on
could
there.
just put the fat
Right.
back in the package."
Right.
And that you'll still get it. Loses her fucking mind on me. So I'm like,
Oh,
"Okay, you know what,
dude.
ma'am?" I said, "Don't worry." She goes, "I want my roast." So you know what I did? I took the entire scrap bucket that had pork, chicken, beef, mostly beef fat, put it in the grinder with like 6 ounces of meat, ground it through like 5 or 6 times to make it look. Bro, this shit came out like electric pink, like highlighter pink. It was so clearly all fat and shit. It was so terrible. But I made it the exact
You made it
weight
look, yeah.
as what she wanted. And I just basically handed her a tray full of fat. And said, "Here you go, ma'am." And she's like, "Thank you." So to whoever that bitch was that one day,
She's dead now.
honestly,
She had a heart attack that
I
day.
honestly hope your cholesterol levels are through the fucking roof. That's all I
You
can
don't have
say.
to worry.
See-
She's a corpse.
Hey,
Her last words
unfortunately,
were,
I don't care how big of a man you are. I would have looked you dead in the face and called you a fucking asshole if you told me this story while we were working together.
Oh, I was. You know what I would have said? Yes, I am a total asshole.
Thank you.
But I'm only an asshole to those who deserve it. And people who shit on people who work in jobs like that, like, dude, I was a part-time meat clerk making like $8 an hour.
Right.
And you want to come in here and be a bitch and fucking like no, fuck you. You got what was coming to you. Go fuck yourself. I hope you like your pork, chicken, beef, mostly beef fat.
Your
Fucking.
Mongolian ass.
Get your
You
pork
ruined
chicken.
her whole Easter. Unbelievable.
I honestly hope it was for a holiday thing. Like and you know what? Honestly,
Wait a minute, Rob. You told people we didn't have like common Thanksgiving things at Thanksgiving.
Hey,
Yo, where's your gravy?
listen.
Nah, we out.
I don't recall that. I've been going above and beyond for that company, hence the 6 times that I've gone back. Like, come on, bro. You can't say I was a shitty employee.
I didn't say you were a shitty employee.
I
said
see,
it was fun to work with
That's
you.
the thing. I was a great employee. I bent my back for customers and did tons
Broke
of
my
things.
back.
I went.
Joey
back-
needed a spinal.
I did.
Spinal.
I went way overdone to make customers happy when I was working there. But
Oh,
if you were a
absolutely.
fucking
Did you take
dickhead,
pictures of them while pumping gas?
if you were I did not take pictures of them while they were pumping gas, and I definitely did not post them
That's
to people
fucked
of New
up.
Bedford, and I definitely did not lose my job because of doing so.
Girl.
Yes, I
Jesus.
definitely,
Child.
I at least have that going for me.
Ooh, child.
I also know that AR-15s are not, fully automatic rifles; they're semi-automatic. But anyway, that's a different story.
And pit bulls are terrible dogs.
They are. They no.
You missed Sean's rant.
I love
You need to
pit
go
bulls.
back into it.
Honestly,
Sean's rant was wild. It was wild.
I love pitties. I just think it's completely reckless for people to own them as pets.
We killed Rob.
Hey, wait.
Rob, I think Rob just had a heart
Hey,
attack.
one more Rob story. When I actually
I'm
had
here.
someone, Rob was like the only person to work with me at night, like in grocery department. So, and then when Rob left, one of his 14 times he left the job, I would be by myself at night from 6 to fucking 11, doing nothing. So one night we had a huge sale on Stop and Shop water, the 24-pack cases, and Rob was so pissed off for pulling the pallets out. Rob's like, "I'm bringing out this pallet.
God.
I'm bringing out this pallet. I'm parking it in the fucking aisle. I'm cutting the plastic off of it, and y'all can take all the water you want because I ain't loaded on the shelf no more."
Dude, Sean, I would love to talk to you about Stop and Shop because the memories that you're spewing at me right now, I do not recall.
Do you remember we worked together?
I remember there was one night with me, you, and Joe, and I had a full-blown meltdown because it's I'm leaving at 9. I believe you're leaving at 9. And we have a full truck. We have another balance of 25 pallets. Frozen loads coming in, and that's another 11.
Yep.
And I'm throwing shit everywhere.
Oh, we both
I'm
were.
freaking the fuck out.
Yeah, because then they asked us to stay, and we were like, "No, we're not staying." The truck driver was masturbating in the truck for an hour and a half outside. I don't care.
I saw him on break. The light was on in the cab.
Yeah.
What is he doing?
And he refused to come inside. I'm like, "That's your fault." I'm like, sorry, I'm not doing that.
I will never forget that. That's the only memory I have. And then it was we played ball Sunday morning, and then we come in Sunday night, and I can't walk. I got fucking blowjob legs because
Nice.
I don't run.
No, not from actual
I don't
BJ's.
run.
Rob
And I
played.
was running all
Rob
day.
played in brand new Timberlands, and he's like, my feet don't work. And I'm like, guy, Timberlands aren't made for athletic.
What is he, fucking Deacon Jones?
And then
Well, I
Rob.
didn't have cleats, but I was still burning people with brand new Timbs on.
Hey,
Tell me I wasn't.
You know what, Rob? I believe this story. You know why? Because everybody likes to paint the story a different direction
No.
against the way it actually happened.
First of all,
I believe that you actually burned all these people just the way I burned baby legs at first base.
First of
Yeah,
all,
we go.
I never
Thank you.
debated that Rob still couldn't run anything, but Rob would question why his feet were killing him, and he can't walk. And I'm like, "God, you're running in Timberlands." And then
Rob sounds like a
I have
fucking great
shin
teammate to
splints.
me.
And then
Fucking
listen,
soldier.
and Rob
I was fucked
Rob
up.
went for a diving catch, or he broke up a catch or something
Pulled
like
a
that.
Sean?
And then his glasses fell, broke off, and later that night, here he comes into work with duct tape over his glasses, like he's one of the fucking Dudley boys from ECW.
Sean,
Table.
get the table.
Hey, and that right there is a company man.
Yeah, it was.
Damn right, Rob. Damn right you are.
Yeah, so Rob, sorry, we went off a tangent of why you called of all your
Serious.
times you work.
I called talking about how Deshaun Watson is a fucking serial molester, and here we got sucked into a 15-minute conversation.
Is he a molester,
about Stop
though?
and Shop.
Is he? I mean, listen.
He's
I
an
think
air thruster for
he's
sure.
a freak for sure. He's definitely creepy, but has he actually touched or done anything? Because I think if he did,
That was a lot of bukkake.
Dude.
I think if he
There was definitely a lot of bukkake.
if he had done something against the law or done something that was egregious, I think we would have heard about it by now.
All right,
We did
well,
22.
okay.
Because there's still
so-
been because Houston PD still has 0 to go on here.
No, for sure. And not to say that it could be, a possible conspiracy, but yes, all right. He wants out of Houston. Texas is huge. Houston is huge. They got a franchise quarterback making millions. He's potentially one of the, I don't know, maybe top 50 wealthiest people in Houston. And he wants to just desert that. So I'm sure there are people in, maybe there are people in a higher power that are just like, you know what, let's get this guy. Maybe it could be a race thing. It could be because he's trying to abandon Houston. But none of this shit was happening before he wanted to leave.
Uh-huh.
So there is that. Not to say like that the women aren't telling the truth, or if the lawyer is, trying to get, secure his bag and secure the bag for the women. There are several different angles of this story, but being 2021 and how we're supposed to believe every woman, which
Me too.
maybe we should.
No, you should believe them, and
If
especially
there's
initially.
proof to back up that.
Yeah, no, you should believe them, but you should also look into it, and you should look. You can believe somebody and still have an objective point of view. Like
For
believe,
sure.
like you don't have to, and that's my thing with this whole Me Too movement thing is like you don't have like people think that believing someone just means outright buying into whatever they're selling, and that's not true for anything. Everybody should have at least some level of skepticism when it comes to any story that's being told to them from any one singular point of view. You need to have multiple points of view in order to put together a whole story if you're an outside an outside entity and you're looking for an objective point of view on this.
Yeah, right.
Okay? Like tonight, I'm going to give you guys a review of what I think of Godzilla versus Kong. I would highly recommend that you go out and you seek other people's opinions on the movie as well. Granted, their
I'm going to
opinions
see
are
that on
less
Saturday.
valuable than mine
I'll watch
because
it
they're
tomorrow.
because they're not as smart as me. They're not as well versed in Godzilla as I am, and they're dumb. But that
Whoa,
being said,
wait.
I would still encourage you to go out and read them.
This is again. Somebody not commented. Actually, yeah, they commented on my comment in your video chat about me crying about Godzilla 2000. Now, I've owned every Japanese movie since I was a child.
Oh, God bless you.
I wrote on my mother's brand new bathroom door at like 5 or 6 years old in big letters in a ballpoint pen, Godzilla. I used to scream in the tub like I was Godzilla. Joey, I'll give you a run.
Did you and Joey just become best friends?
Rob, your childhood sounds strikingly similar to mine. I don't.
If you throw,
I used to.
if you throw a little NASCAR in there and some bratwurst,
Listen,
you got a deal.
This is what Joey did last week. His wife is still yelling about
I was
it.
going to say. When I used to go on spring, when my parents we used to go to
If
Florida.
you guys want to have a friends
every-
talk, that could be another segment of the show.
Every April, my parents would take us to Florida to go visit my grandparents, and I would spend like 5 hours on the beach building like a sandcastle city, and then I would come up out of the water like I was Godzilla and just kick it all over.
Yeah.
Well, then a gator would come and he'd
Yeah.
run like a spider monkey.
Yeah. You got your short little arms. You're fucking yelling in the air. People
The
are
baby
looking
legs.
at you
Oh,
and then
and-
looking at your grandparents like, does this kid have autism? What the fuck is happening right now?
Oh, people
and
definitely
like
thought I
they
was
would pack their
autistic.
shit up and move
100%.
like 30 feet to the
Thought.
right.
Yeah, and then and I would even like dig like little traps for myself, and I would fall into them like I was in Godzilla 1985, and like I was in the volcano, and like I would like
Yeah.
kick, and you know,
Build traps for myself and fall into them.
yeah.
And then I would hang from the sand trap.
Listen,
I
brother.
knew my moves. So
Listen,
I
all right.
fall.
So I got a friend of mine. Her name's Ashley. I won't drop her last name on here, but she
Smashly
works for a very very high end construction company, family owned.
Oh, nice.
Around here, but her name's Ashley. Go ahead and ask her. You wouldn't, but she was.
I
wouldn't.
I don't know her
She
last
literally.
name.
She
I
right.
can't message her.
You wouldn't, but you would literally. She messaged me when the Godzilla 2014 trailer dropped. She messaged me with the link and said, "Oh my fucking God, I can't believe it. I'm so happy for you." I'm like, "Fuck you, bitch." Like, that was 3rd grade. Like, go fuck yourself. And she's like, "You were the first person I thought of when I saw that there was a new Godzilla movie coming out." I was like, "Goddamn right." And I love her. She's a fucking sweetheart. And
Rob's already making the noise.
yeah. And she's
You
still
realize
super
Joey's
awesome.
just trying to keep us on air so he
And,
doesn't have to do anything in between now and Godzilla.
No, I'm not, because we got one more thing to get to. But
It's fucking 11 o'clock.
yeah, but we started late.
No, we did
No,
not.
we did not.
Yes, we did.
No, we
Started
didn't.
5 minutes late.
brother.
I'll stay on the phone for as long as you
No,
guys
We're
want
only
me to.
8 minutes over.
Published by Joey Fats 2 hours ago.
But anyway, so yeah, so you're talking to one of the biggest. Listen, Rob. I mean, I got the Godzilla box set sitting right here to my left. This is what I do, brother. I watch Godzilla. I eat, sleep, breathe Godzilla. I love Godzilla. Godzilla 2000 is a fucking great movie, by the way.
Sucked.
Dude, I cried. My father actually took me to KB Toy Works
Wasn't that
on
the one with Matthew
Kings
Broderick?
Highway
No.
to go buy me a Godzilla toy because I was so devastated at what happened. And the poor man thought like he was just taking his son to go watch a movie because he loves Godzilla. And he's like, I got to spend more money for this fucking kid to
trust
shut
me,
his
my
fucking
mom,
mouth right now.
Anytime Godzilla 1985 came on, or Godzilla's Revenge, or Godzilla 1984, as it was actually titled,
Godzuki.
my mom would have to like come check on me. She'd be like, "Are you crying?" Because when Godzilla falls in the volcano at the end, and it devastated me as a child. I was.
Oh no! Maybe it puts a little hair on your chest, like in retrospect. But at the time, no, dude. I'm calling it quits. I don't want to live this life no
like,
more.
A lot of people got upset, like when Simba was like trying to like rouse Mufasa after he got trampled by the wildebeests and thrown off the cliff. No, Godzilla falling into the volcano at the end of Godzilla 1985 was like 1,000 times more devastating for me.
And then Godzuki coming trying to wake him up saying, Godzilla, wake up.
Do you remember, Rob?
You got
last thing before we let you go, Rob. Do you remember?
Yeah.
The beginning of the 1985 Godzilla 1985, the VHS. There was that black and white short cartoon with Bambi, and then the Godzilla foot just smushed it.
Nope.
I know the VHSs by who he like fought, not by dates.
So no, Godzilla 1985 was Godzilla's Revenge. That was the direct sequel. Raymond Burr. It was the direct sequel to the original one, when Godzilla invades Japan and he doesn't fight anybody except the humans, and he falls in the volcano at the end.
The Bambi scene in the foot is.
It's a cartoon. I'll send you the link. It's on YouTube.
No. It's striking a memory, but dude, I haven't watched the VHSs, obviously.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The VHSs, bro. That's where I'm coming from. All right. So like
I would go VHSs.
up. I would go
right
up
now
to
in my tub in my closet.
Like where Acme Liquors is right now on Dartmouth Street. That used to be what they called Cinemagic, which was a video rental store, which is where I went and I rented Godzilla 1985 and Godzilla vs. Gigan, because those were the only two Godzilla movies they had in the whole store.
Gigan.
Rob, I'm telling you right now, if the next Godzilla movie does not have fucking Gigan as the main villain in it, I'm done. I'm done with this fucking legendary series.
No, you can't, bro. You can't. That's like Pats fans saying 3 years from now, if Cam Newton is back, I'm quitting. But they're still gonna watch.
But I'm not going to watch with the same amount of enthusiasm, because if they don't put listen, they did a great job in King of the Monsters with Ghidorah.
Gilgamesh.
Mm-hmm.
Gigan is still the ultimate Godzilla villain. He's still the best villain with the hook hands, the saw in the abdomen, the mandibles, like the whole fucking like everything about Gigan fucking kicks maximum fucking ass. Why he has not been put in any of these movies yet, I don't know. They got to fucking shoehorn fucking Mothra in because she's the queen of the monsters or whatever the fuck that bullshit is. Oh. And then they're gonna get
Mothra was a savage.
And then Rodan, yeah, Mother was a savage. She was like, oh, I get these two little midget twins that sing to me and I come out of an egg. Fuck you. Fucking hate Mothra. And then they got to fucking ruin it with putting they put Rodan in it. Why they didn't have Ghidorah and Gigan in King of the Monsters and have Godzilla defeat both of them is just beyond me. But
now, correct me if I'm wrong. I know you guys are pressed on time, but we could talk about Godzilla till at least 6 a.m.
Oh my God, no.
That's like, wasn't that Godzilla's like homie?
Who?
What are you saying? Gigan?
Gigan. No, Gigan was Ghidorah's homie. Gigan and Ghidorah came to Earth together as aliens. That was when in Godzilla vs. Gigan. That was when you had Ghidorah, Monster X, and then you had.
He looks
Gigan.
like an armadillo, but with the big thing.
No. That's
tail.
That's Anguirus.
I used to love that guy.
Anguirus gets but he gets dude. He's cannon fodder, dude. He just gets like fucked up. Although he turns himself into a little ball of spikes, and then Godzilla hucks him at fucking what was it? Did he huck him at Mecha Godzilla? I can't remember who he threw him at, but yeah, he throws him at, and it's like, oh fuck, spiky ball, ow. But yeah. But anyway, I digest.
Well, I will probably.
Well, Rob, this was fun. Did it drop alive?
Yes.
Are you?
Oh,
Yeah,
there we go.
yeah. Sorry. I muted my headphones because
Oh, Rob. All right, wait. Rob,
personal issues.
we appreciate the call, buddy. Call us next week, and we will
As always,
we will discuss Godzilla versus Kong live on the air.
All right, buddy.
I'm gonna go watch it on Saturday, so I would like to maybe get a little review going.
I'm going to watch it in about 63 minutes, so I'll let you know.
Well, I'm before you, but I don't want to hear. I'm blocking you on Facebook.
I don't believe me. I won't spoil it for you. I'm not one of those dickheads.
You never know.
No.
It's been real fun.
You never know.
Blah 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 blah.
True that.
Have a good night.
Rob,
Adios,
thanks,
Rob.
Good call from Rob. But the thing was, the funny thing is with the story about the Stop and Shop thing and cutting the meat off and all that. It brought me to another thing. Keith, we talked about this last week, brother. Dude, I gotta say, Geno's Tendies,
Oh, my God.
they still fucking got it, bro.
I thought they changed them.
They did. They did change them. They're not the same as when we worked there, but dude. So, based on our conversation last week, I told
So
the
did
wife,
you end up going?
oh yeah.
Oh, word.
So we got a pizza. Obviously, we got
Breadsticks.
half cheese, half pepperoni,
Bomb.
green pepper, and onion,
Bomb.
and then we got a large breadstick,
Yep.
extra butter, extra seasoning,
Extra sauce.
always extra sauce,
Yep.
and then
Especially since they switched to the little tubs.
I got small order chicken tendies
Gotta.
because I was like, you know what, I gotta try them. And I thought of something. I have become what I would consider somewhat of a chicken tendy connoisseur. Okay, I get chicken tendies everywhere I go. I'm basically like a 36-year-old fucking kid.
I feel you just add a year to it.
I love tendies. So what I'm thinking is because I would love to pose this question to our listeners. I know we're getting to the end of the show here, and everybody's kind of tuning out, and we're getting to it. But who has the best chicken tenders? Because I want to go there and I want to rate them, and I want to do I'm not trying to rip off Barstool or do what Portnoy does, but I think what we should do a traveling show every week. We should go to a different spot and just try their tendies.
Best tendies? You know who has really good tendies is Max's. Max's tendies are really good.
Dartmouth.
I've only gotten their wings from there. I haven't gotten
Their
their
tendies, those, I've had, me, I love my tendies as well. Max's tendies are pretty
Brother,
good.
I got so many GBPs stacked up, bro. I can eat tendies for months.
I don't know.
Max's is a good tendies.
the last time
Buster's
I-
had a good tendies.
I just gotta say though,
I got Rose Alley's not like 3 weeks ago.
I've never had tendies from Rose. I've had wings.
I've only
They're
had
alright.
I get both. I like Rose Alley tendies. Their wings are better because they're like big. Thick,
I went
big-
somewhere with the
big
kids and the
wingies.
wife the other day, and Dayton got tendies, and they were freaking delicious. Where the hell did we go?
99.
I don't
99's
count
got
them. They get the Gold Fever wings. I mean, their tendies are great, but that's a chain. I'm not
just saying sauce. I'm saying
No, that's a chain. I don't count chains.
a sauceless chicken.
I'm looking
tendy.
at mom and pop stuff. Like Max's mom and pop. Buster's was delicious tendies. Buster's had a really good tendies.
I didn't love Buster's tendies.
They were good. They were good.
No, I didn't think
Max's
it was
is better. Max's is way better.
Buster's and Rose Alley were like kind
You
of.
know who's
on the
got
same
really
level.
good tendies? Yaya's in Fairhaven.
Really?
Yes, right on the neck.
Love yayas.
Fucking great tendies.
And if the tendies
Great
suck, just get
tendies.
yourself a fucking euro and a Greek salad, and you're good to go.
Dude,
Or a
tendies,
pizza.
tendies,
That place is
delicious
bomb.
from Yaya's. I like
Yaya's is fucking delicious.
I like
That
Yaya's.
is one of the more underrated restaurants in the entire
Right on the neck.
fucking area.
on the neck.
Right on the neck.
Yeah.
Bullseye.
We drive there all the time to go.
Oh, dude, I'm
Pick
telling
that
you,
shit up.
get their tenders. The tenders are really good.
Really? Okay.
Light breaded, but fucking good crunch.
See, that's the thing. You need like a good crunch.
It's all about the breading.
with a dissolvable breading.
Yes.
Like it's got to be that like sweet buttery breading that just kind of like disintegrate, crunch, and then melts in your mouth.
Yeah.
That's what I like in a good tendy. And I know a good tendy when I fucking see one. And the original,
You know who's got great tendies? Fucking Market Basket.
you said that last
Their
week, and
tendies
I'm
are
gonna go.
fucking
I'm
delicious.
going this week.
It's like the original Papagino's tender.
Really?
I'm gonna
man.
go pick some up. And
I go grocery shopping every Sunday. It's kind of like what I do. I fucking make my breakfast, go grocery shop, whatever. I always come home with lunch. It's usually sushi for me and the wife. Tendies for the kids. They fucking love them. Love them.
I'm gonna
Good
have
to
to
know.
grab some.
Good to
Oh,
know.
they're real good.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab some. And then speaking of Geno's too, we were talking about Stop and Shop stories and shit we've done. Bro, we got some.
Yeah, we don't
Geno-
got time for Geno's.
No,
stories.
we're not doing it. We're not doing it tonight.
We
But
could
I'm
do
just
a
saying,
whole show on Geno's.
if you want to hear some fuck shit about what people will do to your food at a restaurant,
Ugh, I don't want to know.
we could do a whole episode just
I
on
don't
that.
wanna know.
Just me and Darkness could do one on Geno's.
90 James Street.
What would I'll ask you off the air. But anyway, remind me to ask you off the air.
I'll say the funnest thing that we ever came up with in Geno's was
the football game.
I was gonna say it's either gonna be the game or the fuck up pizza of the night. Like we'd come in at like 4 o'clock, like whatever the shift leader would come at like 3 o'clock, and Reens and Joss were the biggest ones. Would be like, all right, it's Friday. What's the fuck up pizza of the night? We'd be like, yo, buffalo chicken.
Yep.
Next week, we'd be like, the special. Like, every week we would change it and be like, all right, so what do we do? They said they wanted no onions, and we put onions on it. Like,
oops.
Literally, oops. My bad. We were just in the zone.
Oops. I remember when Ashley was a shift leader one day, her last day, we did an every topping in the house pizza.
We did that on breadsticks.
It was this tall.
Remember the snow day when we just started making it? Because, like, we were going to open, and then we didn't open. I don't know if you were there or not. It might have just been me and PJ.
It was probably just you and PJ.
So we were going to open, so we went there. We fucking started turning on all the ovens, started getting, like, stuff ready. You know what I'm saying? They're like, nah, we're going to close. And me and Paul like, well, we got all this dough prepped.
Might as well take some.
We got all these breadsticks that are fucking over here. I was like, bro.
But dude,
let's make killer breadsticks. We made every pizza you could think of. We made as a breadstick.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if you are a shitty tipper or a shitty customer and you order religiously from the same restaurant delivery, check your food.
No, not that. You just don't be a piece of shit. I didn't care about some of the guys that didn't tip, like Thompson Street and fucking
what was the dude
Independent Street
down to the left off Dartmouth, right across from where the bar was. The kid, the guy with the green Lincoln. Remember him? He would go out to his car to
near Redwood.
No. If you went straight down Dartmouth Street, past Dunbar School, and then it was on the left.
Oh, like Thatcher Street, whatever the hell it was.
It was before Grape Street, before the cemetery, right on the left. You drove the green Lincoln.
Yeah, Fruit Street.
Nope, wasn't Fruit. It was before that. It was up further.
Left-hand side?
Yeah, left-hand side. But anyway, he would go to his car and get like the exact pennies, and then that was.
But we had the guy in.
He was the guy that called. He was the guy that always called back and bitched because he'd order a chicken panini,
and he got his
penne. But he got penne. Yeah. He would order, I want chicken penne, and so he would get.
You're like, bro, you're ordering a sub.
No. He would order a chicken panini, and he would get the chicken parm panini, but he was asking for the
penne.
Chicken parm with penne.
So he'd get the sandwich and the chicken parm.
So anyway, he caught my wrath a couple times. Not gonna lie.
Wow.
But we could go on for stories, man. I'll tell you right now. Do not fuck with the people that handle your food. I'm telling you right now.
Okay, Ryan Reynolds.
Don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't fucking do it. And we were doing it before that movie came out, so fuck that.
Yeah, and then we rejoiced when the movie came out. Like, look, see, it is real.
It's real. We know this because it's real because we lived it.
But that movie did open up a lot.
I could tell you some fucking some of the shit I've seen and done in the restaurant industry to people.
I never tried the Batwing. That was a little much. I didn't want to stand in the walk-in that long being cold.
I pulled off the goat at Face.
I got the goat at Papa Gino's.
Yeah, I pulled it off.
I had to rant with the goat.
That was one of the other fun games. Remember breaking the legs off the Barbie tables? Janikowski for the 60. Yeah. Those were fun.
We had some fun.
We did. All right, boys. Let's get the fuck up out of here. I got to watch Godzilla in a little bit. Thank everybody thank you everybody for joining us, and we will get back to y'all next week. And Monday night?
2:20, sir. 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Monday night?
You tell me.
Monday night? What? Is this going to be done? Monday night. Show starts Monday night.
I thought you said we were waiting until this was all done and everything was all set.
Do we want to wait?
I mean, I don't know. Do we want to wait?
All right. I don't know. Wait.
We'll talk about it.
Stay tuned for the announcement. We'll be back. All right. We'll be back next week. Tuesday night for sure. 8:30 p.m. right here. Row 1, Seat 1. New Bedford Guide. Thank you all for joining us. Peace. We love you.
Peace.
Catch y'all next week.